path I was on. I was breathless, my heart restless. Every turn felt like it was wrong, but I kept going to show I was strong. Pushing to my own song, but you came, you made me see the weight I put on me was too much, too tough to heal. I needed time, I needed to be every moment, breathing this moment. You came, you made me see the weight I put on me was too much, too tough to heal. I needed time, I needed to be still, to know. You came, you made me see the weight I put on me was too much, too tough to heal. I needed time, I needed to be still.
How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Let me double check. I think I fixed my stuff, but like I'm not 100%. Oh no, it broke itself. Got it. Cool. Thank you, Blizzard. Very cool. For some reason, anytime I try to like fix the camera and then it just it breaks itself right after. That's always fun, right? That's always enjoyable. How y'all doing though? Hope everybody's having a good one. Boom. Here we are. Huge. We got duels tonight, boys. More for the region of NA. Last week, the stream fell short on the NA side, just a little. Hopefully today it'll be a little better. We'll see though. I come in here with the patience of Adonis. So positive vibes, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? I am coming in today just going with the flow more or less. How y'all doing though, by the way? Yo, if you guys haven't done the leveling thing with Earthern, look, I get it. Not everybody plays in Earthern. Not everybody likes to play in Earthern. But if you just want more ults, man, that leveling thing, it's 2 hours, maybe 3 if you're not hurrying it up like I was, or if you're, you know, writing notes and working on other videos in between of it, then it's not bad. It's actually not that bad as far as leveling is concerned. Let me get my stuff here in a second, and hopefully we'll get us some groups going in just a moment here. Oh, I might as well hop on my rogue just for a second. Just for a hot second. I've been doing some BG Blitz. I want to see if I'm capped this week or if I need to do more PvP this week. Because I think I'm capped. Although I am having to recraft a whole new item. So I'll need a trinket still. And I'll need to craft an item. Because apparently rogues are playing with different crafts altogether. So I'll probably have to swap out like a pair of boots or brace. Probably not bracer. Probably like a pair of boots or something. Unless I want to buy another socket. Where am I at? No, I'm capped. Real good. Also, I've been doing enough BG Blitz where I got 2300. Pretty happy about that, honestly. I am thinking I'm going to keep playing. Normally, I reach 2400 for the season, get the elite. I'm like, alright, I'm going to sit on it. I don't need more gear. I'm all good. Play my alts, things like that. But this week, I think, not this week, but this in general, I think I'll probably end up playing more. I want to get the mount. I always miss out on the seasonal mount. I'll see if I can go for like the 2400, 2300 banner or whatever it is. Let me get music going here. Hi. Hello. I'm not the only one just hanging out here, huh? Paralim. Where's Boris at? Oh, gee, friend. I'm gonna try to get something either way. I'm gonna need help, boys. Boris ain't gonna be on tonight, so I might need some help with the groups and stuff. But we'll see. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my guy? Dow Soup? Dow Soup. How you doing? Maybe Boris will be on. Good luck. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm needed. You never know, dude. Maybe this is where we just open up the group for everybody, right? Everybody and anybody is gonna play tonight. Maybe that's how we do it. Alright, let's try to see if we can put the first group together. Molten Core, 5V5 1V1 DUELS listed. Let me also go and find the copy and paste thing for it. Do more guard keys is so good. More guardian keys? Yo, how is that spec? I'm joking. Oh, yeah, I was memeing. Yeah, Boris, I'm definitely not messing. I'm not messing. Is Aster Zabin? Aster is a bath. Hell yeah. Thanks for joining me, friend. Appreciate ya. Alrighty. Who else can I invite to duels? I do wonder. Hey, boom. Interested in 5V5 1V1 duels? Also, I didn't realize Darkmoon Island is up. Darkmoon Fair? Does that count? Does that help the Dwarven racial? Because I tried potions. Those don't help Dwarven racials at all. They don't help them whatsoever. XP potions don't help the exploration buff. I love to pull in the AA in 2400. What, a 10? That's pretty good, actually. 240? Still like 250, burst 200, 400. That's nutty. I've seen some, apparently people are doing some wild, like 500k DPS, constant over in the MDI. Apparently people are doing some wild things with it. Hey, Blue. Oops. I don't know if you're interested in joining some. Alright, let's see who else can I invite. Dino, it says PvE friend. Who is Dino? Hero? Dude, Hero actually was like, yo, you ever just want to like spectate me and just like watch the stream, basically give him pointers on Outlaw Rogue? I might just do that actually. Are we down for those today? Let's see if we can even put a group together, dude. Let's see if we can even put a group together over on the NA region. Oh. What does it look like when you roll? Jay did say that he was having a hard time tracking roll the bones buff over with one of the UIs he's using. Trying to put together some 5v1 DUELS. Let me know if you're interested. What the hell? It's just a bar? Yeah, I can't tell. It's just a gray bar. What the hell? Wild. Okay. Yeah, whatever UI Jay is using, dude, I'm all over the place. Anyway, Jay just said he's using someone else's UI, but he couldn't tell where Roll the Bones is. Look, let me share with you exactly what he's looking at. Imagine you play out Rogue, and this is like the UI that you're using. This seems fine. This seems good. But anytime he presses Roll the Bones, he's like, he gets a bar, and this gray bar is all he has to tell him what buff he has. I have no idea if this is a 1 buff, 2 buff, whatever. It's just a gray bar with a number. I have no clue what the hell I'm looking at. It doesn't even have like an icon or anything. Maybe it's supposed to be color coded, like gray is bad, red is the +2, orange is +3, and gold is like +4. Maybe then I could say, then it's like, okay, if it's gray, you re-roll. Otherwise, whatever. I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at. I did get in top 1k in the world as Sorka D4. Yeah? Well, dude, the build you were describing with like all the elemental things looked like fun. Seemed like fun. I can't. Does it get color coded based on the buff at least? Or otherwise that seems pretty bad of a UI. Yeah, maybe like color codes the bar or something. Who knows, right? Maybe. Like an hour after the convo, I dropped Shaka, and then I got a 5GA off of Guy My Biss, and I got a 5GA offhand. What in the actual hell? How big is the? What kind of? I might need to take a look at the item you're messing with. I want to see what is this 5GA. I've only ever gotten a 4GA item, and that was like that neck with a Hydra build or whatever. Remember that? It's like the one time I did play Sword. I think it was the Lightning Ball teleport sword build that I was playing too. So it was like perfect. And then I went and tempered it and hit another GA. You can GA on a temper. Okay, I've been out of the loop with Diablo stuff for too long apparently. I don't even understand half the like shenanigans you're throwing out there, honestly. I didn't even get some of it. Like I can't even wrap my head around it, to be honest. Alrighty. Who else can I invite? For groups. At least I need to send node, PvE, friend, paladin. I'll add that in there. Could also add a pharmacist. Hey, what's up, Lightmore? How you doing, my guy? Try to see if we can put some groups together or for the NA region. No Boris tonight, so kind of a one-man solo. Then again, I've been running this channel as a one-man solo, so we'll see how good are my people skills for the evening. I don't know if Death Strider plays anything but a priest. Putting some good for 5v5 duels. Let me know if you're interested. Alright, let me start whispering everybody. Got like 0 for characters to stick them down. Sounds good. Yeah. Let's see. Who is Dino? Like, I actually do not remember. I think I'll just copy and paste this. It might make it a little bit easier. Hey King, let's see if this guy will be interested in any of this. Yeah, no, we've only been in and out of crazy, so I can't do it this week. All good, all good. Got a raid soon. Doing a plus 2 regards of guild, otherwise I would. Sounds good. Enjoy M plus. Sounds good, my dude. Retry? Wait, why do you have a character? Ratry. Okay, okay. Ratry. I get the rat part. I feel it. If Chills would be interested in duels, dude. We haven't had Chills here in a second. Hey Nick. See if you'll be interested in some duels. Try to see if I could throw something together. Hey Razor. Try to see if I can maybe get anybody and everybody. See if I could possibly get some bodies, dude. It might be a little bit on the tougher end. Yeah, we'll see if we can put some together. I'm really debating on doing 12s instead of 10s with how easy these 10s have been as a tank as a bear. I mean, if you can't, what would be the reason to do 12s? I guess like what? No affix to deal with, more crests, maybe more queues for groups. I feel like 10s are so chill. I feel like 10s are so chill. Okay, cool. So maybe we could start filling up one group, but we'll see how that goes. Flyson? Yo, Layson, if you want to bring your pallet, you're more than welcome to. If you want to bring a paladin, bud, you're more than welcome to. Honestly. If you want to bring a paladino for some games, you're more than welcome to. Is Rosie around by chance? Putting groups together. I want to see if Rosie's around, dude. I ran into Rosie doing some BG Blitz the other day. I didn't realize that was him. It was like, get out of my lobby. I'm just running around in Kotmogu, slapping everybody and everybody I can. It was absolutely hilarious. Actually hilarious. Alright, let's get Shatter. With this, we'll need still 2 more bodies to make first group, and hopefully I'll get a couple of Whisper back. Got another. More than welcome to invite friends. Definitely. Definitely. I got +1. Beautiful. Yeah, the more friends, the merrier, man. The more friends, the merrier. Or rather, the better for me, honestly. 16 crests instead of 12. I mean, the difference is so little. If, let's say, your key goes down, like, if you're there in a key, like, 10 minutes longer, it's kind of whatever. I'm going to have, like, 6 mythic items instantly from bonus rolls. Do it. Do it. Not bothering them on chimeras. There's the 2 tokens. Yeah, I feel like when you are trying just to get as much raw gear, yes, we do. Plenty of spots, in fact. Can invite if you want in. Yeah, shiny. More than welcome to bud. We'll need bodies for a second group, but I'll try to see if I can get something going. Invite. All right, so if it's shiny, this is the first group all set to go. And that should be all good. Who do I make lead? Who wants to be lead for this group? Actually, Zabath, would you want to be lead? I just need somebody with a pulse. Or I can make Layson lead. Actually, I'll make Layson lead since we got Layson here. I'll do that. Making a second group real quick. Yeah. If you guys do want to invite friends though, by the way, yeah, that would help me out tremendously, dude. Without Boris, I'm flying. I'll fly solo. If you got any homies that are even mildly interested, if we can get like 2 games tonight, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be the happiest boy in the world. There we go. Who else could I bug about duels tonight over on the NA? Did I tell Vamp? I did tell Vamp. Maybe I can get Vamp. Maybe I can rope him in here. Asking MDG to kill these. I did ask Metsu. He didn't respond back to me yet. So maybe he'll change his mind. Potentially. Kovia hit up. Does J PvP? Like at all? Yeah, I think PvP is a little, right? Oh, I could be wrong on that. Where'd you go, Neas? Is that a BGE? No, it's like a zone, right? Gotta be. Alright, who else can I invite? I know Adept is a PvE guy. Does Ampix duel? Does Ampix want to play? That could be a possibility. Tickle D's? Yo, Tickle the Evoker? What in the world is that name? That's so good. That is such a good name. Alrighty. I'm going to be peeping my VNet list whenever I can. Try to see if I can get more bodies. I'm going to have 6 mythic. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I feel like mythic farming items from dungeons is so much better than raids. I mean, 1 token versus 2. Like, get a dungeon that gives you the most amount of just raw item level pieces, right? Just more items in general, and you're good. That's all you need, is just more items. The more items, the merrier. That's all you really need. It's so ridiculously good. Like, ridiculously good. Map overlay? No, I need map overlay. Actually, I don't need to have this. I don't know, do I? But yeah, if you can do that, then you're like, the more items you can get, the merrier. I feel like that seems to be the best way of going about it. Just the raw number. That's what I planned on still doing with my other ults, like my Evoker. I still plan to ransack the entirety of Magis's Cherries for all the items. I just haven't had the time to spend on those ults, man. I've been doing a lot of stuff on my main this week. Between 3,400 on the, what's it called? Mythic Plus, PvP, getting gear, crafting items, all that. Wowhead guide says to bonus roll for the AA trinket. So Wowhead guide gives you like the 3 items that are best in slot, but it doesn't mean like that dungeon has good items, right? Ganaros, yo, welcome. I don't know who this guy is, but yo, more Fury Warriors. The more Fury Warriors, the merrier, honestly. The more, the better. I haven't talked to Ampix in like ages, so I'm just gonna hit him up, being like, yo, you're interested in PvP at all? We got some duels tonight. I wish I knew who Dino was, by the way. I feel like I should know some of these people. I don't though. I know Jash. I know Hero. I don't know if he PvPs though. I know Law as a Mythic Plus guy, completely Mythic Plus. Ninja also Mythic Plus guy. I think like I might have seen somebody else on VNet though, but I'm not 100%. If I did see him, I missed him completely. Bonus roll the C DPS trinkets on IDK. How you gonna hit 900k next point? Wait, IDK how? But that thing hit for 900k. Which, hold on, is that the one from that Beast Tamer guy, the second boss of Seed? Isn't that thing like? I played back in Legion. Isn't that trinket like awful? Pretty sure. Look, Void Stalker's contract. That thing. Call upon 2 Void Stalkers to strike a target from 2 directions, inflicting physical damage on all enemies in the pass. So just like it's uncapped, isn't it? Wait, is it uncapped? Its use is so bad. 1.3 minute CD, not terrible, but like the damage is kind of does seem on the low end. But like if it's uncapped, I could see it do decent damage. Or is this use Void Energy, pulls at your feet for 10 seconds, dealing shatter damage to target standing within your heal for 200% damage health. Is that good? That also seems uncapped. Huh? Your damage spells have a chance to summon a Void Tendril. It's just like a tentacle. It's a Gorshalak or whatever the name of that sword was in Deathwing raid. Or Echo Allura. Listen to the whispers of Allura for 45 seconds, granting a chance to your healing spells to heal for additional 8,000. Bro, are these some of the worst trinkets I've seen? They just don't look good. Actually, no, but there's also the Never Melting Ice Crystal, which is absolutely atrocity upon this plane of existence. Like, what in the actual hell is this thing supposed to be? It is terrible. I thought, honestly, like, those trinkets might have been bad. That one from Petasauro might actually be the worst. Maybe Dragon Games equipment was also pretty bad. How did we get some of the worst trinkets in this season from dungeons? I'm surprised that my class cannot even roll on any of those. Like, actually legitimately surprised. I don't think any of these are that bad. This was kind of mediocre damage-wise, but not terrible. That's okay. That used to be okay in dungeons or beta. I don't even know what these do. Probably a lot better than the other one. I literally don't even know what they do. Heart of Wind, I know is good. Latches, whatever. Banners, whatever. Feathers, kind of good. Skyreach, I don't even know if this does have a trinket. Solar Flare Prism. That one's good. Ignite, Core, Radiant Shield, absorb 3% incremental damage, gain versatility if the shield expires. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, that seems kind of bad. Bait the target and ally and Radiant Light, healing them, imbue them for 20 seconds while imbue the healing spells, abilities, heal the ally. Maybe that's kind of not great. Not great. Actually, how do we get some of the worst trinkets ever? That seems awful. I never actually took a close look at those trinkets. I didn't realize how bad they were gonna be. Let me see your bald. Your bald will be down. Also ASAP, since I have him here. And Blue, I think I did message him earlier, right? Blue? There's Blue. Yeah, I did message him. Been 3 years and old friend. Sounds good. Enjoy your 3s, friend. Does Korra do PvP? I highly doubt it. Yeah, I kind of doubt it. Okay, well, I'm still waiting on Stoneblood. Maybe I'll get him getting me back up here in a little bit. It's a really bad trinket season. Thing is, though, as a rogue, I never roll those trinkets. I don't think I've gotten a single one of the dungeon trinkets, so I'm kind of okay. Most of my trinkets are from the raid. Well, the plume. I did end up getting a Hilarious trinket of Mythic, though. That one isn't terrible. It's like third best. Third best in slot, because there's a good chance that everybody else is going to need the feather, and I'm probably not going to be on the loot table for that. Even though it's like 1,400. It's the void one. I want the void feather. I guess it's the same trinket. It's like 1,700 increase. But like, look, I got an layer trinket. Nobody really needed it. It's my third best. And we're like, all right, you could have it. So honestly, it could be worse. I just need the mythic gaze of Seethe. Or gaze of ONYXIA or whatever it's called. I forget what the name is. Mythic eye. It's not an eye though. It looks like an eye. You know what I mean. Mythic, I think it's gaze of ONYXIA, but I could be wrong on that. Now I feel like I gotta check. Where is it? Gaze of ONYXIA. Yeah, okay. For some reason I confused it with something else. Orbital plume. That's the one I need. The big plume. This apparently is 1,700 in my current setup. So it's kind of, yeah, kind of rough not having one. But then again, we gotta kill the boss of Mythic first thing, and we're not gonna be farming him for a while. We're gonna be on Lura. Get a Mythic. First 2 trinkets on the DK. Want to push to plus 20s. Are you gonna be pushing plus 20s? That could be fun with the buffs, man. That could be really, really good. Honestly, that could be potentially really, really good. Okay, who else can I pester? Some duels. Would Tickle be of any interest whatsoever? I kind of feel like he's just leveling, right? He's probably doing dows to try to get a Evoker up and running. I'm assuming. But yeah. Would be nice to say if it did a 20s a non-meta tank. I mean, with the buffs that they're getting, I guess it's still going to be a non-meta tank. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Are you just going to try to pug to it? I mean, I guess 18s are doable, but 20 seems a little high. Then again, I did do 18 with a bear, so maybe bear ended up carrying us a ton after all the buffs for bear. That was nuts. We actually had so much time skill in that Nexus. It is crazy. I think that place is 19able. As long as left side isn't... As long as I'm not doing that whole raid build on the left side and like literally standing miles away. Dude, I was single target boss build on a left side of Nexus going to like the ethereal boss. And I also couldn't hit him because of the lines. And we still timed it with plenty to spare. Like, it was stupid how good that cube was. Top 500 guild I can queue with him? Yeah, 500. Is that a... I was about to say, like, wait, that's really good, but I had to reconsider, like, wait, is that even high? Is it a 200 that you won the Hall of Fame with? I guess 500 isn't bad, but, like, how bad is that? Isn't 400 kind of, like, meme-worthy guilds? 200 was spamming numbers. 200. Ah, okay, yeah. Let's try to press the beam. Ah, okay. Yeah. Don't you only think? Don't you do? Isn't the rotation for Guardians with all kinds of scuffed right now too with the changes? You just Moonfire and Thrash and Moonfire. You don't even mangle anymore. You're just trying to Moonfire so you can get Lunar Beam off quicker, so you can use Lunar Beam more often. Isn't it all kinds of scuffed? Am I right on that or am I wrong on that? Also, where's Chicago? Let me see if I can message Chicago on Discord. See if we can maybe get this guy online. I also did get some DMs. I got potentially a body or two coming in. Potentially. Can't say for sure, but maybe. Like, highly maybe. We'll find out in a little bit. I've just been playing like a normal bear. I heard that apparently you don't press Mangle. You just Moonfire, Thrash, and then Lunar. And then you just press defenses like Iron Fur every so often just to keep it defensive. Apparently that's all you do. It's like much better just to Moonfire because you're building the cooldown. You give them yourself better cooldown reduction for Lunar Beam, so you can use them more often. You know what I mean? That seems to be the play that a lot of people are apparently doing right now. I would try it. I just spam Moonfire, Thrash when it's off cooldown, Moonfire, and then just give yourself like Iron Fur, and then just like Lunar, because apparently that cooldown reduction is apparently so good right now, like incredibly good. I think I'm as a dino maybe. I don't remember if they'll get as PvP anymore, because I have some people noted as PvE Andy or a PvE friend, and then I just message him like, yo, wanna join Duels? And like, yo, I'm down. I'm like, I don't know why I pegged you as a PvE guy. Might have been that's what they were doing at the end of WoW Within, and I just don't remember anymore. Dude, managing so many people is a pain. I'm not good at it whatsoever, man. I'm not good at it at all. I want to see if this place is like hangoutable at anymore. Is anybody even here? Oh wait, we do have people here. I haven't been outside an Augerbar in so long, dude. There's not as many people as there used to be. I'm actually kind of sad about that. Just a little bit sad. Used to be filled, dude. Used to be people out here and out here, but it's like everybody just out here looks like just it's kind of dead looking. I think everybody's just solo queuing for things, aren't they? While hanging out here. I don't even think there's a single duel going on right now. Or any alliance out here. That's how depressing it is, dude. When you have not even alliance hanging out in the local area. That's really bad. That's actually really bad. Tourniquet just doing that. Spamming numbers. Yeah, just do the Moonfire and then do Lunar. And that's all you do. Apparently that's all you need to do. I do think for tanks, them trying to simplify their playstyles and builds, I actually think that's probably good for the tanks. You know, like, why should a tank need to play a bunch of crazy amount of like combo abilities to do very, very little damage when you could just spam around Moonfire, Thrash, and just Lunar, and not play Apex talent, which is still so weird to me. Still such a weird playstyle. So weird. I do think Beard Apex talent is probably gonna go for like a rework at some point. I do think it will be one that probably needs to do some kind of a re-update. Potentially. This Reaver hasn't run Apex Sound or Apex since Alpha? What are you talking? Wait, what do you mean? Do Miss Reavers actually not use the Apex talent at all? Oh, for Mythic Plus, you're right. Do these in a raid? What? Yeah, they do use it in raid. What is even the Apex talent? Rising Sun Kick if I have a chance to activate Spirit Font because the next developer mist to cast to be reduced by 50% and channels to the mist from you up to 5 nearby allies. Spirit Font to the mist heals the full health target, it will jump to another injured ally. I never figured out like what, I never known that they literally don't use it. Fix camera? We did, Wes. Didn't you say once they fix camera you will actually play? Get in your bot. We need bodies. We really need bodies, man. Try to get some groups together on the NA. Help us out, dear chief. Yeah, I don't know about Mistweaver, dude. I did not know Mistweavers don't even use their talent. I had no idea. I had no clue. Looks like Shamans do. I know Evokers do. Evokers got a really good one. I know Prees do. They got a big shield. Holy Priest also got one. Yeah, they use theirs. Dude, that's so weird. That's so weird. So what is it? Just the Bear Druid and Mystery are the only ones that don't use the Apex talent? I don't hate the idea of not using the Apex talent. Like, given some other options for you to play, I don't think is terrible. But it's weird, right? It is a little weird. Because literally everybody used their Apex talent, but then those two don't. If maybe there was like, I don't know, a quarter of classes that didn't use the Apex talent for some of the builds, I could be like, you know what, it's an option. But it feels like their Apex talents are not really an option, but rather they're just weak for some of the builds that they're using. Like, yeah, I never really understood the monk one either. I feel like that one is like over-engineered Apex talent in general. Just a little over-engineered. Nice. Hell yeah, Cora. Got his 14 AA done. Is AA really that hard? Because I feel like when me and Boris ran 16 AA, it was really easy. How's your day going down? Ty, are you on for duels tonight? Because we got one group ready. Second group needs bodies. Would you be interested in joining for some? Still under-geared, but I'll hop in 1 or 2 on my hunter. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. If you got any homies you want to invite too, more than welcome to. Because we got one group ready, set, and ready to go. I'm really good with my words, I know. What do you want? I'll go 1 to geared on my hunter? Yeah, sure. Sure thing. Yeah, time to be a bit nervous. Both sides. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. On brew? Was you on brew and warrior? Unless a dwarf? Dude, yeah, with the bleeds. Nice. Oh yeah, I forget that's your name. My god. What a good name, man. What a good name. I wonder if should I see if Jay would want to duel? Would I be able to convince him? Does Soul Tactics do any PvP? I wonder. Let's see if Tickle will be interested. I haven't talked to Tickle in like a hot second. Maybe he'll be kind of mildly interested. Wait, Shiny apparently had 2 people drop out of the group. That's not good. Can I join if possible? Kill up. You're more than welcome to him. We're still gonna try to see if we can put groups together. But yeah, more than welcome to him. On the A, it's been a little bit on the slow end. And apparently Shiny may need bodies. Yeah, bring my other account to another body, but I won't level 1 team. You're good, man. You're good. Honestly. Oh, we do have a guy here. I'm gonna fly away. I'm just gonna fly away. There's a reason why I don't hang out in the front of the Orgrimmar anymore. I used to hang out in front of Orgrimmar. Oh, geez, friend. Also, where is we had for a couple of weeks, we had, who did we have? We had Quartz and Grenade join a couple of these. Been playing lots on Tarkov. Yo, how you like a Tarkov, dude? If somebody who is from Russia, a lot of people assume that I love Tarkov and Counter-Strike, but I've never played Tarkov, ever. Literally ever. I don't even see that many clips of Tarkov. I've seen a couple of clips of usually just people interacting, shit talking at each other, memeing at each other, some shots fired through, people kill some scavs, loot them. I know a couple of friends that play Tarkov. I have zero experience with Tarkov myself though. Like absolutely zero experience with it at all. So yeah. It's super fun. Super fun right now. I keep hearing it's like a love-hate relationship with Tarkov devs in the community. Like, some people love it, and then other times like they hate it. And then it's like people go back to loving it, then back to hating it, then back to loving it, then back to hating it. Easy to see that people are just invested into the game. 100% invested. But I've never messed with it myself. I think I should try it at some point, probably. Right? What about Torghast? Torghast can rot in hell. You know what? Torghast depends what version of Torghast we're talking about, right? Torghast depends what version we're talking about. If you're talking about Torghast in like the early alpha of Shadowlands, awesome. Best content I've ever played. 72 floors of like literally running around with 8 tyrants, 24 fell dogs, like 50 some imps, and like other demons just randomly spawning in for no reason. Like 3 Malzahars could just spawn randomly. That was fun. Whatever the hell they turned that into afterwards, I don't like that version of Torghast. If we can get the alpha version of Torghast again as a piece of content with endless, ever-scaling, infinite possibilities for abilities where you can just keep stacking like purple and blue abilities endlessly, I'll be cool with that. Boss rush Torghast Vivify damage was insane. I don't remember the boss. Oh, you the mode at the end. That was okay. That was okay. Gauntlet or whatever it's called. That was okay as a mode. It was like mildly serviceable, but like that's about it. I like Torghast. Nravitz Torghast? You liked it? What? Okay. Like, I would talk about Torghast, like the actual content itself, because I didn't like farming Soul Ash. I did not like that. On so many of my old characters, it got boring and old really quickly. Like, legendary crafting, fine. That's okay. Farming Soul Ash on my characters for the weeklies, not fun. In any way, shape, or form. Now the content? I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I experienced the alpha version of Torghast. Because I experienced the early version of Torghast with endless possibilities for, and like 72 floors you could climb up. Maybe that's why I'm like, there's a better version of Torghast. If you like the version that we got when the game's released, you would have loved the alpha version, which was like even more unhinged, but in the best way possible. It would start you off in like, you can go like easy floor at level 1 or start off at level 20 where enemies are already slapping, where every single power is a blessing. So you would have to go slow, kill elites one by one. As a warlock, I literally had to fear an elite into a corner until his buff would drop off after a minute. Literally crowd controlling that thing. Or crowd control, let my Voidwalker slap him, make sure the fear doesn't quite break. Just keep re-fearing, let the Voidwalker tickle him down little by little with a corruption on top of it. And then eventually kill him. Picked up a big power, bam, you're good. Survive the boss, picked up another power. Okay, next floor is going to be pain, but not as bad. Pick up a couple of good powers, get a little lucky, pick up an ability that really solidifies your build. Now you got something to pump with, but you're still squishy. Damn, pick up another power, it is the defensive. Perfect. Now you're covered on defense, offense, boss, slaps like hell, but you got a couple of demons, and then you scale from there. It was really fun to just like get it going, because once you got the ball rolling, oh, it's downhill. It's not downhill in a bad way, but it's all like smooth sailing from there. It was super fun and engaging to just like struggle until you found the right abilities to get your build, and then you're off to the races. You're zooming through the content. It was actually a blast. Torghast fun was hard. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. However, Torghast also was not tuned well. Like, remember how hunters could just run around with like perma turtle shell, giga pet, just kill bosses without taking damage? Yeah, so those guys had fun. As a rogue, I had a hard time because things would slap me in a second. I literally had to chance a random power, pop evasion, and hope the enemy doesn't have some shadow damage. Otherwise, I'm just insta-dead. Rogue did not have fun with her. That sounds 100% better. It was literally 100% better. What's up, dude of awesomeness? What's up, Celtic? Trying to see if we can get some 5v5 duel groups together over on the NA. Letting you know right now, things are a little slow. We'll still try, but like if after like what, an hour after starting the stream we get nothing, I might just wrap it up. I still want to see if I can get some duels going on the NA, because I've really enjoyed duels on NA like a ton. These have been a blast, like really fun. Participation, however, is very much up and down experience over on the NA side of things. Boris is out today too, so makes things a little bit tougher on my end. Quirks ain't on, Nays ain't on, so getting duels together without the regulars is a little tough. If this continues on an A though, we might just try to double up on EU. DK was fun. I don't remember DK abilities. I do remember though with summon riders, which eventually became the what is it? The ability as a ape as a hero talent. That's hilarious. We have 5 now. Awesome. I still need 3 more. Too tall. How we doing? Got 5. Nice. I still need 3 more on my end. Let me see if I can. Dude, who else can I invite, dude? Who else can I ask? See if Daggernut does any of these, man. I don't know if he does ever, but I want to see if it would be interested. LG. Alrighty, who else can I pester, man? Who else can I bug? I really wish Chills would write me back, man. He hasn't wrote me back or anything. Stoneblood has also been on. This guy's on a ritual site farming stuff. 3v4. Yeah, too tall. I appreciate the idea. He's like, yo, how about we get some kind of games going? I'll just switch over. As a DK was fun. I don't remember DK abilities that much outside of that, what is it, summoning Rider's ability. But I'll take your word for it. Vivify. Yeah, Vivify was kind of broken. I remember people like complaining about monks just having an easy time in Torghast. You would literally run up to a boss, heal yourself, and the boss would melt. We didn't check for best stuff. It was fun. Took me weeks to figure out the worst traits, and I thought it was actually one of the best. Yeah. The thing is, too, what Blizzard did in Torghast was kind of an atrocity in its own way. Like, any of the massive, like, purple powers, they did not let you stack them by the time Torghast released. Or you could stack them, but in a very limited capacity. In the original Torghast, you could stack blues as much as you want to, pretty much infinitely. You could stack, so like, there's one where you demon dog you summon an extra dog, and they last longer, and you insta-cast them. You can do 17 of those. So you could like summon and there's 24 dogs on the table. It was absolutely hilarious. It would insta-cast, boom. An entire zoo just materializes and starts biting at the boss. It was incredible. And it would pretty much be infinite because you could just, as long as you have a target, you could just summon them again. Over and over and over. It was really good. Like really, really good. So they limited how many of those abilities you can stack. And I think that kind of limited the fun you could have with it. Yeah, when they didn't have any limits, you could get some really broken abilities and absolutely one-shot things. It was a lot of fun. Doing keys and all, so there's a link to your main's experience. Dude, yeah, same. This is why I have to like log into Red.io just to like update my stuff from time to time. You have to, dude. You have to. Some people still use Red.io. I think Blizzard used to find a way to link all your ults like as a Warbound Mythic Plus score, right? Warband and plus score. Although I think it would be kind of busted if you could do that. But it'd be kind of nice like Warband, like the score for your Warband, right? So it's like, hey, it's an ult, but whoever's playing that ult kind of knows their shit. I think it would help out a ton. It would help out a lot. Alright, so Chicago, I don't think ever got back to me, unfortunately. But I do have at least 1 or 2 more whispers or DMs. Maybe? Killa, if you want to join a group, by the way, the group's listed right now on Multicore. I don't know if you are in the group already or not. But to do someone like Legion Remix to Shadowlands, it'll be crazy. Actually, Killa, if you join, we can actually get some duels going 4v4, bare minimum. See, if you want to join, we got a spot. We can do 4v4 if we have to. Better than nothing, honestly. But yeah, Legion Remix, I think they'll do Legion Remix. 100%. Legion Remix and Mop Remix were a success. Legion Remix was so insanely fun. I'd be surprised if they did not do another Remix experience. That needs to become a regular thing towards the end of an expansion. Shadowlands Remix, I think, would work. Although I would want them to redo Torghast and give us like an endless Torghast where you could just climb floors endlessly and really let us break the game with abilities. Bring back the alpha version of Torghast. No legendaries, no none of that BS, right? If you want a legendary, you talk to the carver and you just slot it in. That's it. That's it. Or, you know, replace it with another power system. Make it part of the Covenants. Although give Covenant freedom, full Covenant freedom, if they did that. Take away the boards too. Don't need that. But yeah, Killer, are you joining? Because if you're in, man, I'm in the group. Oh, you joined the other group. Okay. All right. I didn't know. I didn't know. I was thinking that you joining them would be enough to like get +1 for me, and we'll be good to go. But no. They got another group. They are we needed, you know, Ty, we needed you in this group, man, none of the other. They're all 5 and they're ready to go. I needed you in this one. I need just a +1, man. I just need a +1. Because if you get a 4, God says you got 5. You messaged me, you didn't message them. I miss having Super Strain as all 3 dots of blood. I feel like Super Strain is a cool talent. It was just a damage increase, and that's all for blood DK. It's just raw dots. They just never really did anything with it to like play off of it or anything. I messaged the other dude. Tutal said they got 5. Yeah. Damn, dude, NA duels are scuffed. Like, absolutely scuffed. So rough, man. Boris told me ahead of time that he's gotta go. I'm a BDC'd until we fail. NPC overhits for a long time. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know if he's still in or not. Got arrows? I appreciate you for being here, bro. You with the DC. Yo, where's Conan, man? Is Conan around? I feel like every week Conan is like, yeah, man, I wish I could have played. You should have told me. I'm like, I did. That should be way later though. Where's Conan? It's another group forming? A third group? Huh? Get them in. Mine then. Wait, there's another group forming, Ty? What in the world? Is it MDGA boys forming another group or something? What in the world? Yeah, send them my way. If there's actually a third group, what in the actual hell? Nah, not us. Third group apparently. What is happening? Yeah, Super Strain was cool, but it was like a simple dot thing, simple 3 diseases. I really wish they could have done something cooler with it, right? Maybe like you get all 3 diseases and they have a bonus effect, and then somehow interact with the rest of your kit. Like if you blood boil, it causes those like blood boil diseases to erupt, doing instantaneous damage equal to whatever. Yeah. They didn't have all the bonuses effect? Yeah, like the bonuses of like all the diseases, but there weren't like any kind of class interaction, right? Unholy disease did AoE, frost disease I think guaranteed you resources, blood disease gave you some healing because it's a drain or whatever. Yeah, they did that, but like it was just way too passive, right? It was still way too passive in my opinion. Wait, Chills? Wait, hold on. Chills was trying to make a group? Huh? What in the actual world? You telling me Chills was trying to put a group together this entire time? I literally messaged Chills like, yo, you want to join? Alright, Chills, whoever you had in your group, man, send them my way. I don't know if it would be enough to get 5. Worst to worst, we could do the thing with the like Tutal suggested is 4v4. If that's all you had, then we could do 4v4. What in the hell is happening? God damn. Slickman? What server by chance? Slick Human. Dude named Slick Human. Can I find a dude named Slick Human? Slick. Hold on. Why is it 2 search bars? Slick Human. Slick Human Spinebreaker? Is that him? Let me try it. No, wait, that's weird. Let me try inviting him. Oh, wait, you actually do have him. That's hilarious. That is the guy that I was looking at. That's funny. Invite Slick Human Spinebreaker. I don't know if it'll let me do that. Invite. Target is unfriendly. See if you can invite them. I'm Horde, they Alley. Or Chills. Do the same. That could work. Wait, you got Doobie? What in the world? Okay, maybe we can, hold on a second. We just hit one of this group is 5, and they lost one over on Team Shiny, but the main had a +1. Okay, well, Slick Human, we can invite him over into Team Shiny. This group got 5. We need +1 on the other group. Go Narrows! Come back in. Whenever you're on. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, whenever Guerreros comes back on, we're all good on this team. I'm gonna pass lead to Ty, I guess, yeah. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna pass him lead. Yeah. I'm gonna check with other team real quick. Slick Human over on Spinebreaker. I will try to see if I can get that guy invited. Layson. You, Ali? See if you can invite Slick Human Spinebreaker. Can you invite to the group? By chance? Sure, 1 sec. Yeah, because that guy apparently was in a group with Chills. That may work. It's like Human. Hold on, maybe that's the guy. Ori. Ori is back? I'm sorry. Is this the Ori? Is this the Ori? Bro, is this the Ori? I am excited. I am legit excited. Okay. Okay, I'll make body lead. We'll make body lead. Is this the boy Ori? Is this the boy? There'd be no way, dude. No actual way. Okay, we got groups. Hi, 299 and Shiny 05, not grand. Wait, what? Invite spectator match. Hopefully this works out. I don't think I queued these guys before against each other. So maybe it works? It works. Holy. Holy, we're actually doing it. Yo, Ty, actually a savior. I owe you one. Literally. Wouldn't be doing groups without this man right out here. Beautiful. Actually beautiful. That's not so fun, boys. Yeah, my mog. Hold on. Which one are you? Which one is your mog, man? Are you a Sonara? Because I don't remember names super well. Like, my apologies. Which? I don't remember names. Look at this. They fixed the cam. It's so good. If that's your mog, I actually like the shoulders. And yeah, I like the shoulders. They kind of sort of match. There's a little bit of like green tint versus silver that doesn't quite match, but I'll give it to you. It's good enough. We got us some body here. We got us some fly suit as well as if this is the real Ori, we might be here for a treat. I also like this Illidan mog you got going on. I really like that. Really like it. I feel like the haircut could be changed a little bit, but otherwise we're good. Apparently we're missing one over on team 1. Hopefully they're just loading in. Doobie as a BM hunter. We got ourselves Inyu as a marksmanship. I like that. As well as Gonaris as a, what are you, Fury? You are Fury. I'm pretty sure you're Fury. Doobie first up versus Flyson as an Og. Last time Flyson never lays on the Evoker and never really got a chance to properly play. And here's just trying to see if he got a root. The Hunter is still a camo? Wait, is he just trying to go for kill commands while in camo? Can you do that? He is still in camo. The pets are attacking. I guess as long as you just don't press kill command, you're good. But Bestial Wrath does cause a proc at the very least. At some point, it is trying to see if it can open up with a bit of a slow Flyson with a trinket. Got himself the breath. Question is, do you have the burst? Knock up. Ebonite is going to be set up. Flyson is taking so much damage in the opener, though. What in the actual world is going on? Is it just the pets just eating him? I feel like I wasn't really looking at his health bar, and all of a sudden he just starts dropping. Doobie getting knocked up for a second. Turtle down. That's going to be potentially asleep. Flyson unfortunately does not get to use it. We do get ourselves Dralio over for the team 1 able to load in. Thankfully. What is Doobie's damage, by the way? I swear I was looking at Flyson. I was just looking at the health and I saw that thing just absolutely melting. What is happening? What are these kill commands? What is going on? He's got himself shields, but barely keeping himself alive. And dust goes down. I'm not really sure if that's just like an AUG thing or a Beastmaster thing at that point. Body up next versus Doobie. Got himself Turtle. Got himself a lot of damage. Army of Undead is in play. Has got himself bats, more bears, everything available. Do you do the same amount of burst here right now, though? Unless you just go for damage. I think it's over. He did do a lot of damage. Maybe you're just waiting for Bestial Wrath. Potentially. Gunera is trying to see if he can get himself a go. Are you? You're not single-minded Fury, are you? That has to be a transmog thing, right? That's got to be a transmog thing. Are you Thane or are you Slayer? I don't even know what build Fury Warriors are supposed to run. But I've been seeing at the very least Thanes running around slamming people. Gunera does get the execute. Maybe he is playing into the Slayer build. If he gets random procs of Blade Storm, actually, is that even a thing for Fury, a Slayer? I don't think it's even a thing unless you're doing AoE content. I could be wrong on that. Asanara does get hit with a... Wait, does the spearing connect? Wait, what happened to his spear? Did I even land? Or did he just walk out of it because Death Knights? Just hit Death Advance and decided to ignore it altogether. Reap comes through, one connects. Asanara does get hit with the disarm. Stun to follow. Try to see if he gets some damage. Asanara, I don't really know what you can do in that situation. Got him to the side, but looks like Gunera takes very little damage in general. Was that Bath going to be up next? Stun to follow. Demon Hunters are taking a lot of damage right now. I was going to say really good in 1v1 with how much healing they do. Reap the Storm is a Blaze Storm proc as a Slayer. Yeah, more or less, yeah. I'm pretty sure that Blizzard changes so that it's only procs in AoE content, but maybe it's now procs from executes? I need to double check, but they were about to ruin Slayer or Fury. And Slayer arms in general. Executes are going through. Gunera's taking a decent bit of damage. This is going to be Zabat trying to see if he can back up out of there. Does land the stun. Isn't enough though. He's got the damage. Gunera sees one big heal. Unless you go cheat death. Was that a cheat death? I can't even tell if that was a cheat death or if he's just bloodthirsting. I can't even tell if that was a cheat death or this man is just roaming around. Literally at the 3-minute mark, dampening is even high, and already he's the last one left on that team. Has to see if he can blast through Guneras. The pets are in play. Got himself a bit of bloodthirst with a Dwarven Racial, so at the very least he's able to remove the dots for a second. Catching up a lot of healing with those bloodthirsts back to back at the very least. Disarm for a moment into a fear, or with a trinket. Stun to follow. Gonera's question is, do you have anything to follow up? Do you have the cheat death still as a mechanic, or did that already get used? Stun into Ori as he does go for roots with the spear. Unfortunately, Cyclone does get reflected. Gonera's could go for a leap off the spear. Looks like that spear this time actually connected against the Death Knight. However, it looks like the spear just absolutely disappeared. 36% health. Cannot really do too much healing, 80% dampening, but Israel trying to be very, very careful here. Bloodthirst need to come out for every single cast on these pets. Looks like he's maintaining just a little bit of health. Disarm immediately. Gonera needs to get himself a big setup. He is in a full stance for max damage. Stun to follow onto Ori. Do you have Bladestorm or anything to follow up? May need something here. Does get himself a proc of Bladestorm. He is a Slayer. I think that's a cheap death mechanic right here. The man brought down to very, very low health, unless he can take down Ori. Or maybe slay one of the other pets. Maybe that'll help him stabilize. I don't really know if killing like this little like dragon hawks for Ori, would that let his cheat death like keep him alive or no? Because I have no idea. India is going to be up next as a marksmanship immediate bash with the charge out for Ori, trading some dots, going for a bit of a reheal. Ori's self-healing is going to be decent. Definitely not that of a feral, but definitely decent enough. It's going to be a bit of damage onto Inu with an exil, with a wall as well. A 24% dampening, trying to see if he can catch himself a reset, but those pets are going to keep harassing it. Ori pushes in for a moment. Ori doesn't have a trinket, so he might be in a bit of a rough spot here. Freezing Trap does connect to a Wailing Arrow, potentially lots of damage. Inu and not able to really follow up too much. The Rapid Fire does do damage, but the line of sight for Ori with Roots is going to be present. Stun to follow. Does have Incarnation with a Barson, so maybe can make someone work off of this one. Yeah, I'd say you only. Double check for me. Can you also get a proc from Executes? Like when you get the sudden death Executes? Because you got in a couple of procs there. But maybe it was from the pets. Anu is absolutely getting blasted. Star Surge is going to be the end of him. Or you have it to stand still with the regrowths. Anu could go for Freezing Trap, but I think with a dot damage, he might just swat out. 1%, it looks like the stars. Just the stars casting wishes. Ori getting all the kills that he needs here. But Chilpa's going to be up next. I haven't seen chills in these in a hot second. I don't know if Death Knights, how do they do against boomies? Is going to be charged down by Ori. Try to see if he can get away from the DK. Has a trinket if Kate's available. Grip to follow off of the blind right after. Does go for the bash trinket to follow. Ori can power shift. If he can escape chills away from the burst, it might be okay. Full stun. Maybe self-heal. Silence, unfortunately, doesn't have taken him out. That is rough. Good. Naurus did pick up 3, by the way. Fury Warrior, I think, slowly but surely on the rise. Especially after the buffs have gotten recently. Actually kind of good. I do wonder if the Blizzard will do some more PvP tuning. I feel like I've seen enough people complain about Outlaws even after the initial nerf that I would be surprised if Outlaws get slapped with another nerf. Alright, double check to both groups. As long as you guys still got 5, we'll send it again, yeah? Ty checking if group is still 5 and ready. Same thing with Shiny. As soon as you guys let me know we're good, we'll send it again. Ready? Beautiful. Hopefully Shiny gives me the good news. Gucci. Beautiful. Send you guys into a, I don't know, Tolveron. That's a good map, right? For range classes in particular. I don't remember how many duels we were at too. 334 maybe? 334 it is. What about me? Smooth operator? Yo, chills. I wish I could play it on stream, man. But yeah, that would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome. How you doing, bud? Hope you're having a good one, by the way. So another Brock sweep. So they do proc creep. Good. That's the thing that I thought Blizzard made a change to. That's the thing that I thought Blizzard made a change to, is they made it so that you can proc it. Normally you proc it through AoE. Okay, I gotta turn off this lamp. It is glitching out really badly. I got this lamp in the corner. It doesn't really light up a lot. I just kind of keep it there, honestly. And it's blinking a lot. I'm just gonna... Then again, that lamp always gave me problems. It was always doing some weird stuff. Always made a weird noise, so I don't know what to do there. But I'm gonna turn it off for now. Just don't have any other lights besides ring light. Which I had a light installed, like ceiling light, honestly. Gunnera's first up yet again. Yeah, I really want to see this guy go. I really want to see this guy fly. Flyson actually getting a proper chance. Burst is available. Is going to be able to escape the spear with the dragon deep breath, but like his own version of deep breath. I don't really know. Try to see if we can get him some any kind of damage around the corner. Gunnera's just knows he needs to escape this, but he is going to end up running into the duplicate of Flyson, who is going to do decent damage by himself. The duplicate actually slaps pretty hard and can even knock you up quite a decent bit. So that's going to be huge for Flyson, because I'm pretty sure duplicate helps extend your buff too. And knock up over on the warrior does go for the leap. The duplicate disappears. Gunnera's could go for a charge. He just needs to be very, very careful when he uses charges. The fire breath is going to connect, adding additional damage. Flyson may potentially to escape, try to see if he can rewind time in order to get some more buttons back up and available. With storms coming out, Neros does switch over to a Thane build. Sleep onto Flyson. Well timed to Flyson, I think, might have. He used the oppressive roar. I wonder if that oppressive roar hit Gunnera's, reflected back at Flyson for extended duration. I'm actually not 100% landing a kick with this X against Flyson. Cheat death, unfortunately, is proccing. Leave by the warrior, backing up out of it. Flyson may need to go for a full time skip in order to get those cooldowns back up and available. Don't really know how augmentation evokers are supposed to PvP. Mirror Blizzard just has them like so incredibly lowly tuned. But for Flyson, is definitely a bit of a challenge right now. Then again, I think even for a Dev Evoker, it would be a bit of a challenge as well, wouldn't it? But Flyson at least got himself some cooldowns, got himself a decent bit of healing. It looks like that has improved at least a bare minimum into a storm shockwave. Unfortunately, not close enough. Gunnera's does pure Flyson. Do you have another flyby? You don't. Try to go for Ebon Might. Maybe this way you just try to get some cooldowns back. Fire Breath does, I think, connect potentially. Try to see if you can back up out of there for just a second. Stormbolt is going to hit. You do have Deep Breath in just a little bit. Maybe Flyson will have to wait until Deep Breath is available. Might need to go for Deep Breath, get a bunch of cooldowns, reset everything. Maybe a sleep. Try to see if he can bait it. Fear instead does connect on the Evoker. He does have the Deep Breath at this point, so I wonder if he just goes for it. Deep Breath does come out, or whatever the version of augmentation Deep Breath is. Unfortunately, the duplicate does not attack. He's going to charge to it, but that duplicate still does not recognize Gunnera's as an enemy. What is happening? Flyson tried to see if he could back up out of there. I don't know if he's really got much. He does have slows, and as long as Gunnera's does not have a gap closer, he's going to get put out in the open here for just a little bit. Does get himself a bit of a charge. Flyson does get shields, but unfortunately, the mountainous Thanius is not going to be going down to a dragon just like that. I wonder if Blizzard is going to do much over for the augmentation in terms of giving him easier time with duels. What is your Mog? Bone Death Knight with a spear. I kind of like the savage look going on. I kind of like the thematics of it. Gunnera's absolutely pumping damage. Asunar's health getting chunked out. He's got himself the Reaper Scythe. He's got himself at least a little bit of damage. IBF to follow up. But Gunnera's with defensive stance, tanking this damage all the way through, getting us in our kind of low. Once he gets in the execute range, don't they make it so Fury Warrior execute slap now? They actually hurt. He's not even the execute build either. He's just a Thanius build. He just stomps around, does damage, big avatar window, and the executes are still slapping pretty hard too. Does get himself a charge. Ori with a bash to follow. Gunnera's does not have a trinket. May need to back up out of it. Does go for the leap with a Dark Iron Ratio to remove any dots, as well as a disarm. Does at least have Bloodthirst that he could use from those pets. Fear onto Ori, locking him down with a spear to follow. Bear Skin available for Ori. Try to land a clone. Juke, that's going to be Gunnera's. Does pick up a lot of healing, by the way. Gunnera's healed up a ton just now. Ori is able to at least deal with him quite well. Roots for a Boomkin are perfect, especially with how roots don't necessarily break immediately. I don't know which Dryad is doing. Dryad, no, please. Dryad, please, go switch targets. Oh, the Dryad, no. It's attacking Chills, it's attacking everybody else. It should be on Gunnera's to give. It's like Ori's just losing out damage. This damn Dryad. Okay, at least it's attacking him this time, but look at the damage it's doing. Gunnera's trying to see if he can back up out of there. He does drop down to about 30% health. Will need to spam Bloodthirst in order to maintain himself. Looks like he's actually kind of sort of fine for the time being. Trying to get a charge towards Ori. Root to follow right after. Does have Incarnation for a few seconds still. I don't know if Ori's got any Star Surges available. He does have yet another Eclipse. Star Surge from the Dryad. Does get the Warrior into incredibly low. Even a full moon drops from the side out of left field. And Gunnera's recovering health really quickly, by the way. What is that? He's only at 40% health. He recovered so fast. Is that just second wind? Is it just second wind kicking in? It's something else, right? He's got a lot of self-healing. 20%, but he's still staying on strong. Does Ori have enough? Goes into bear form. That's actually perfect for Gonaris. If Ori is not in caster form, that's how you know that Gonaris can actually just maybe deal with the damage. 20% health, and this guy's still alive. What is this healing he's got going on? Why did he go from 20% to 30% within seconds? What in the actual hell is happening? Is there some kind of mountain they take that I don't know about? This guy's still alive. He's still 35% health. This entire time he's been eating bursts from Ori, but he's just fine. Fear into Ori for just a second. Ori still has a trinket in case he needs to. Does Gonaris have a big go? Stormbolt. It is going to be trinket out of the boomkin. Gonaris backing up out of there. Line of sight, bloodthirsting. He is going to go for enraged regeneration, so this is an opportunity to get a lot of healing and nice bit of DR. Try to see if he combines together with big damage, dropping down another moon, but the man is still alive, still kicking somehow. Ori just trying to wrath him down at this point. Knocked down for a second as he does go for a kick into Ori. Backing up out of there with a travel form. Trying to see if he can maintain himself. Shockwave for just a second. Barsket for Ori, so he's going to be okay defensively. Avatar available for Gonaris, and that's an opportunity to maybe make some damage. Charge. Ori just power shifts out of it immediately. Stormbolt, but the root is going to end up countering completely. Oh, Gonaris just has 20% health still. How is this guy still alive? I feel like so many times he's super incredibly low in health, and he's still somehow alive. What is going on? He's a menace. He literally is a menace. He actually is a menace. Did they make Fury Warriors like actually kind of hardy, actually stout? Because this dwarf is the definition of stout. You look up the word stout, this man's picture pops up right next to a brand Bronzebeard or something. Holy moly, does Ori finally take it? 6%. The man is not dead just yet. Does he get a cheap death mechanic? He got executes. He's got procs. 2%, 1%. He literally just chooses not to die. He's literally just choosing, I'm not gonna die. Ori's so low. Holy, what is happening? Ori almost went down to the sky. Oh my god, what happened to Fury Warriors? Literally a week went by, and now they're this? What is happening? Drelio trying to see if he gets some bleeds into Ori. For Ori, I think the last matchup was a tough one. That Fury Warrior was not going to go down without a fight, but now a Feral Druid with bleeds, there's only so much that Ori can do in this situation. Try to go for a clone. Maybe a heal. 70%, 20%, barely escaping the dot damage. He's going to need to do something too angry to die. Actually, though, the pets are going to at least try to do some damage to Drelio. Unfortunately, Ori doesn't have any passive slows from this pets. Would have been fantastic. He's got himself Ursols. Is that the Feral's Ursol or is that his Ursol? Looks like the Feral. Looks like Feral's the one running it. For Ori, they have a reset. He does get a restyle. This is what he needed. He's got a trinket. He's got regrowths actually positioned perfectly. He doesn't know where the Feral's at, but he chanced it. And I think the chance was perfect. Friends of Regen, this man is actually on recovery. Man on a path to recovery all the way. No trinket available for Drelio. So maybe for Ori, this could be a go. Main to follow up. Drelio does not have Incarnation, so Ori maybe can deal with some of this damage. It's going to be Wall and Bar Skin. Lots of defenses out for Drelio. Ori just going for regrowth whenever he can. Unfortunately, Feral regrowths are literally stronger than a Boomkin's regrowth. Blizzard decided Feral regrowths are actually going to be really solid over here. Boomkin regrowths? Nah. For one reason or another. I don't understand it. Drelio, though, should be okay. He's got a setup. Ori, I think it's really... I feel like Ori is still in a danger spot here this entire time. I think for the Feral Druid, if he can find himself an opening, he wins this. But for Ori, he's got to play it super carefully because Feral is not an easy one at all. Does go into stealth. Drelio is out in the open. It's swiping, but he can't really find Ori. Ori maybe can get himself a good angle, try to land a kick potentially. It's going to be trees, so Drelio is not going to be able to get himself a reset easily. Dot damage for Moonfire and Sunfire is starting to do a little bit here, but Drelio, as long as he can get a regrowth after a bite or two, he's just fine. 47% dampening is helping Ori here a little bit. Stun. Barskin immediately. Dots. Incarnation out for the Feral Druid. Bash to follow up for Ori. Do you have a big follow-up right after? Cyclone. Try to see if he can just prevent Drelio from healing here. And maybe try to see if he can wait out the Incarn. For Ori is still completely not done just yet. Knockback on a Drelio. The Boomkin plays super well. The power shifting is excellent. The mini CC with roots, knockbacks, and even landing bashes, knockdowns on a high mountain, even landing moments to land, even finding moments to land a clone on the Feral. He is doing an excellent job with it all. He's playing to the best that he can. Even though that is happening, even though he's playing his heart out, Drelio is still recovering much better than Ori passively. Just from a couple of regrowths looking for a reset. Ori hitting him with a couple of Moonfires. At least denied the Feral the reset. Moon literally planets are dropping from the sky. And the Feral Druid is doing just fine. That's what I don't understand is Ori's build, Ori's spec by Blizz standards is aimed too much on star surges. But like the dot raw pressure, the sustained damage is a little bit on the lower end, if you like. Generally, it's starting to take a little bit of damage though. I feel like the dampening is starting to catch up. Actually, hold on, the Dryad is doing damage. Now the Dryad is doing a lot of damage. I don't know if Ori set up a Dryad on the other side. Bash, wait, hold on, I think Ori takes it. Ori takes it, though it was definitely a hard fought battle. With Inu going to be up next, immediately Moonfires and the bats are charging. And then for Ori, it's going to be at least more pest free to build resources from potentially. But for Inu, I don't know, Bestial Wrath and get damage going. Ori could be in a rough spot. No more Trinket for Ori. Barskin is available. That's a high mountain ratio, so maybe can make something off of it. But again, my Warrior, that was awesome, good show. I also loved the Warrior the other day. They are fun. I'm playing Mind of Zones right now, but I'm thinking go Fury as soon as they get a new weapon. They look like a lot of fun, man. Knockdown for Ori. Inu, try to see if you can back up out of that. Looks like the dot damage is actually starting to do work. Those pets as well are going to do damage. Feign Death by Inu. Pets, unfortunately, you can't really control the trees. They just do their own thing. Although one of them is at least chasing after the Hunter. I don't know if he's got a Moonfire him or not. But the Hunter is starting to take a decent bit of like sustained damage. I think mostly thanks to the up dampening being so incredibly high. Disarm onto Inu. He is playing the Beast Pet build. Damage out for Ori, but Ori is also taking huge hits. Inu does go down in a bash. Ori somehow just front loads all that damage. But now he's back on the recovery here. I don't know what he can do against Shows. I don't know what you can do against Shows in this situation. Yo, I miss Ori. Ori used to be so fun to watch back in Shadowlands, bro. Literally, when no one played Boomkin, this man walked in and absolutely just blasted my gear. Yeah, gear definitely is going to make a bit of a difference. Yeah, definitely going to make a difference. I want to start gearing my ults, man. Now that my rogue is pretty much full geared, minus like one crafted item and one trinket. I want to start gearing my ults. I think Evoker would be incredibly fun to play this season. Preservation in particular, because it seemed pretty dang good. Pretty dang all good. That's a in. Or he's gonna see if he can play it out here, man. He's got the pressure from afar, letting the root be full value. Back in the bear form. I think try to go for as much self-healing as possible, right? Full recovery for him. Chills mattered up yet again. He's just gonna need an angle, but Ori is trying not to give him even any opportunity. He's letting the Dryad just do damage to Chills passively. Together with what looks like Starfall? Is that what he's switching to, his Starfall? I think he is. I think he's gotta be, right? Bash, Chills does break out of it. Root does not connect. Silence does not connect. Blinded to Ori. Ori has a trinket for the next stun. To the very least, he's got things to work with. Does trinket out of it. Just someone Chills during his peak burst. Silence on Ori to see if he can pressure him. I don't know if Ori is ever going to use the Heart of the Wild ability. I don't know if he has anything to use there. Root on the Chills. Grips him back in. One more obliterate. Oh, that is unfortunate. That was such a hard-fought battle. Well done for Ori. That was, I don't think there's a way for a Boomkin to win that at the end. Dampening way too high. Unfortunately, Zabath also does plenty of damage. There's just not much Chills can do in that situation. That was incredible, dude. I want to see Ori for one more round. If at all possible, I want to see Ori go one more match. Because that was actually beautiful. That was art. He's so good at Boomkin. It is actually so filthy. He's so good at that thing. Doobie just trying to see if he can get an opener with the pet. Zabath could go for a Spectral Sight. I don't know if he has Spectral Sight or not. Stun for Doobie. That's a go. Possibly a go. Got yourself pets. Got yourself full go. Bestial Wrath is over here. Are you still in camo? I was thinking for a second, like, he might still be in camo. He's got Bestial Wrath. If you got all the pets, if you got all the birds worked out, this could be the go. Zabath's taking so much, truckloads of damage. Darkness barely keeping him alive. Man is gonna get eaten behind the pillar. Metamorphosis. I don't know. Maybe start hitting the pets. You're gonna die. Wait, pets got free teeth. You're dead. Was there a bleed on him? There must have been a bleed. At that point, there must have been a bleed. Yeah, Beastmaster 100 damage is also kind of filthy too. You press Bestial Wrath, and if you're the pack build, it's over. No pets do plenty. No pets by themselves do plenty. Is that a binding shot? No, it is just going to be DB trying to see if he can escape. But DB, I don't think has anything else available. Unless you can just Bestial Wrath and Dubadia dies, that's the only thing you can do. Just try to see if you can fight through him. Stun. Hold on, does he just win? Does he just win? 20%? IBF? 6% for Doobie? No, Badia doesn't have taken it. That is rough. Or you're only 2? Or did so much damage though. Ganera's healed more than he did damage. That is wild. What is Fury Warrior? Alright, team. Ty and Shiny. Let me know if teams are ready. I want to go one more. I think we can squeeze out one more map, right? One more game. Team ready? And I'll, team ready? See if I can whisper both of them. We good? Beautiful. Are we good? Ready. Wait, I never even got to whisper. Okay, I don't know what map do we do. Hook point? I usually like to do hook point. Yeah. Ty, what do you prefer, by the way? Marksman or Beastmaster right now? I was thinking maybe play a Hunter. But I feel like I'd be playing basically the same role as a Rogue, but I'd be a squishier class. I don't know if I would do that well in BG Blades on that thing. Although I think it'd be really fun to get good at it. You know? I think it'd be really, really fun. Which? One custom mall, but by tier? Yeah, that mall, man. Oh, it did 21k. That's not terrible for a hit. But yeah, it's weird that they don't present mall at all. Don't hate it. Prefer my everyone that works right now. Marksman always has been fun, like in terms of peak burst. Yeah, I mean, I understand why Blizzard nerfed them defensively wise, but damage wise, MM is always an issue. So are rogues though. So are rogues. They run amok until Blizzard like clips ya, which is always not fun. Who's gonna be first up? Oh, for the team 2. We got ourselves Horde Body potentially. Zabath kind of pacing. Looks like he's gonna be first up with chills. There you go, the Death Knight. Finally, Death Knights are getting a chance to play without any dampener. Dampening is literally a dampener on their fun. AMS up really, really early. Blind to follow. Sigil of Misery. Chills just knows how to avoid it easily. I think Chills playing like a speed build, right? He's kind of speedy. Shrink it out for Zabath. Chills trying to see if he can back up out of this silence. Zabath actually limited. Oh my god! They obliterates the side, just absolutely cutting the dude right in half. The silence was excellent because it actually locks out Demon Hunter on some of their abilities. And Chills just went in for full burst. Just all in. As a Frost DK, you can just get so much output in such a short window, especially if you're playing around the not Apex Town, the Deathbringer hero talent. Like wait, drop the dot, let it out, sit it for a second, and then come in. Was the obliterate tech ready together with the scythe? It is beautiful amounts of damage. I'm pretty sure they also made it so the scythe you deal damage instantaneously. You don't just have one scythe second. It technically happens all at once. So with Front DK, your bird just got faster, and it's actually hitting Badia. Badia does break out of that silence. It's going to be hitting the side, cleaving right through the AMS like it's nothing. Obliterate cranks him down to super low health, takes him out of the dome of safety, just taking him out right then and there. Ori denied that opener. Fantastic Death and Decay. 4 Chills bash immediately. That's going to be full burst to follow Disarmored after. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with those trees. Those trees just got a literally mind of their own. At least the dry to stick it to the script here. What are you doing? The trees. Somebody get Lorax in here. Talk to these trees, man. What are these boys doing? Chills with an AMS. He does have some bursts available. He's got a big dragon setup. Breath together with a Frost and Fury, so this could be huge. Stun onto Ori. Ori knocked down onto Chills. Rude. Silence. Chills. Breaks out of immediately. Trying to see if he can maximize damage. Silence onto Ori, so at least Ori cannot respond or heal for that matter. But Ori is actually plenty healthy. Bear form was perfect for him. Disarm immediately as soon as Chills rounds the bend. And I think Ori definitely has enough damage in order to take him out with Gonaris up next. Last time Gonaris and Ori played each other, last game in particular, it was a really close one, and I'm pretty sure Gonaris wants to get himself a bit of a rematch. Ori, unfortunately, is walking into this without a trinket, barks him down as well, so he's not going to have his full kit, so it's going to be harder for him to see if he can survive Gonaris, but he does still at least have a chance. We're only 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the match, 10% dampening still, keeping things kind of simmered low. The battle of the menaces. Ori and Gonaris? Yeah, no, for real. For real. Ori does have Barks coming up very, very soon. Gonaris looks like he's taking those trees, all those pets that Ori summons very, very seriously. As soon as those pets are in play, he's very, 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 very chill on like getting away from them. He's perfectly fine just getting away and waiting them out. And I think that might be a good idea. Waiting and not playing Ori when he has cooldowns going might be the play. Might be how he wins this. Does have a fighting opportunity for disarm or for a mount up. No longer has a trinket, but he does have dark iron ratio, so you can always remove those dots whenever he needs it. Ori does allow the warrior to get a charge from around the corner, but he's going to back up out of there immediately. The Dryad dies. I don't think I've ever seen anybody focus a Dryad, but Gonaris just slammed that thing down super fast. Ori's got a good setup right now. Barskin together with full incarnations with trees around the corner. He potentially could make some work off of this. Bash onto follow. Gonaris is gonna have to do something here. Does go for enraged regeneration, immediate response to the damage. Does go for the dark animation, removing the disarm and the dots. Looking to get whatever healing he can. Stormbolt onto Ori. Ori does back up out of this so far. And Gonaris might be in a bit of a rough spot. Leap to follow. He needs to find a way to stay on top of Ori as best as he can. Zerka's range, or rather Recklessness, has been used. I don't know if it's a proc or real Recklessness. Blaze Storm to break out of that knockdown. Actually well timed. That was not a badly timed Blaze Storm. Unfortunately, he's taking so much passive damage. It is a lot for him to deal with. Defensive stance to try to see if he can dampen some of the hits as well. Spear around the corner. Ori does get caught into it. That's going to be disarm for a second. Gonaris may need something here. He doesn't have a lot of health to really work with right now. Reflect, stun into Ori. Ori with a trinket, using power shifting to keep himself moving incredibly quickly. And Ori with more regrowths actually stabilized completely. So Ori is fine health-wise. He just won't really have big hitter cooldowns for a while. Gonaris now got cooldowns coming back little by little. I think he's just maybe done. Laying down for a second. Fear onto Ori. Cashing up a lot of healing. Stun really quickly. Try to see if he can pick up some damage. Bash to follow. Trinkets out of it. Defensive stance to follow. But it's going to be more trees in play. Disarm. That is a rough one for the Fury Warrior. That disarm does not help at all. Disarm the Boomkin as his last ditch effort. Whatever you can do. I think that is a cheat death there. I think that is a cheat death. Ori was able to... Yeah, that is a cheat death. Gonaris unfortunately does go down. That was a tough one. Tough one for the Warrior. I'm actually surprised. Normally Boomkins get absolutely cleaved down in a 1v1 setting like this. But Ori's ability to escape the other target is excellent. As a Boomkin, he has to play into it. He just absolutely has to play the hit and run. You can only do damage like during burst, or whatever sustained damage he can get helps. Is going to get stunned up. Inu does get disarmed. That is actually probably the right play, and going for the stun to make sure he just gets to tease the DR immediately. Massive damage onto Ori, as it is going to be a Sentinel Marksmanship Hunter. That Sentinel Chakram doing a lot of damage. Rapid fire from around the corner. If you can get those aim shot procs onto Ori while the blue eagle buff is up, it's going to be golden. Try to see if he can land one of those. That is going to be the stars flying down as well. So if he gets the stars, he's golden. Ori eating a freezing trap. Unfortunate for him. Inu, this gives him a situation, but at least an opportunity to set up for a go. Ori try to see if he can return the favor. Full incarnation. Big burst is available. Inu with a turtle shell. That is a lot of pets chasing after him. Turtle shell should help him stabilize a little. The pets are going to be disappearing little by little. The cloudy skies of hook point do end up becoming a little bit more turbulent. However, Inu's still taking decent bit of dot damage. Body shot into Ori, looking for a more defensive escape, got himself a bit of a volley. And that's going to be Inu kind of low in health, fade up for a second. Start into Ori, but I think Ori's in a good spot right now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Ori with the start is he's in a good spot. He's got the Dryad there too, rushing at the guy. And I think he's starting to use Starfall a lot more aggressively. I think the Starfall helps. I think the use tried. It's a tough one. Honestly, it's a tough one. You're going to make a big difference. Also, I feel like Ori, if he could live a Fury Warrior, which normally on EU, those boom could struggle with even with a Warrior. I feel like it's not that easy. Come back next week with a good gear. You more than welcome to keep playing, or if you're done, you're done, man. It's up to you. Or if you got another ult, more than welcome to bring that. You know what I mean? Plus, hey, if you're in the queue next match, you may not face into Ori. You may face somebody else. It's always a possibility. Knockback onto Doobie, who tried to go for Freezing Trap. Doesn't quite connect. Is Ori... Is he playing Starfall? Like, sometimes I can't tell. Like, is that Starfall hitting things? I think it might be, right? It just has to be. At that point, it has to be. Doobie do just go down. Trigger to follow. Does have at least Beach Show Wrath. He's got pets. He's got at least some damage. Turtle giving himself a bit of defense, but Ori got instant cast, taking his back-to-back. Got a lot of Monk as well. Monks are really, really good. And for Ori right now, he's got probably his worst matchup right now, which is Feral Druid. That being said, last time he brought a Feral, it wasn't terrible, but at 38% dampening, 8 minutes into the match, nearly 8 minutes into the match, this might be his worst matchup. Try to go for a closest. Feral is gonna go for intro. Intro trinket, second clone. Ori on the escape path. Can he get himself any kind of healing out of this? Maybe, possibly. Bash, I think it might be lights though. If he somehow escapes, I'll be very, very surprised. No. Well, hold on. 2%. Oh, I was thinking there's no way a Feral Druid or Boomkin escapes this, and then Ori was actually had me doubting myself for a second. Actually had me doubting myself, like maybe, just maybe. damage doesn't mean anything, as a Boomkin could be 70% to still go full. No, I think Feral Druid has better healing than Boomkin, actually. Boomkin healing is, with regrowth, is limited. He's very limited. He's actually pressing cooldowns in order to heal. I think for Feral Druid, his healing is a lot better with regrowths. Flies to try to see if you can get a knock up on Adralia. You have yourself the image? Yeah, you do have yourself the clone. Try to see if you can stay on top of the Feral as much as possible. If you can pull the Feral where the clone can attack him, knock up by the clone, which is going to put some CC onto Adralia. The clone try to see if he can get around it, just spam interrupts its back to back. Flies gets hit with a bash, and Feral Druid is kind of low right now, actually. He keeps hitting him with slows whenever he can. Try to think to go with maybe a CC. Is that asleep, potentially? I can't even tell. It's trying to do some kind of a lone cast. I assume it was asleep. Bad Bajillion, but it is very, very, very the art at this point. That or remain, I'm not even sure what it was. Knock up, Draylia found himself incredibly low in health. He needed a couple of regrowths. Firebreath does connect. He lands the kill onto Flies to achieve death. I guess a 48% dampening. It is going to be a little bit on tougher end. And Draylia will need something here. Unless it's just over. Unless you can escape, yeah. Yeah, I think it's over. That's unfortunate. That is rough. Ori with 3. Actually amazing play. Surviving duels that I don't think a Boomkin normally would. Actually just excellent player. Incredible. Let's see if we can check the teams again. Ty, are you down for at least one more match, man? At least one more. At least one more. Right? At least one more. Let me know. Literally just watched him pass few sustains above 80% full CDs. I watched him too, but promise ya. I think Chills had to go. Do you still have the group? Maybe you can like replace somebody for Chills. Nice. Perfect. Team ready? Check in with Shiny Hero real quick. Check in with Horde Badia. We'll send another. At the very bare minimum, we can go one more. Good so far? Beautiful. I don't even know what map to send you guys into. What's a good arena for Tiger's Peak? I think a lot of people seem to like Tiger's Peak. Let's do it. Working Chris failed. What's that to go? 1 sec. Other team needs +1. Okay, Ty. Invite. I'll try to see if I can get us a fill. Shiny, let your team know, like, yo, hold on a second. We'll get it up and running in a second here. So we need 2. We're gonna need 2 on this team. B+. Cool. So I'll try to see if we can fill it. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we'll definitely give it a shot. Molten. There we go. Wait. Here we go. How many do we need? 1. Bro, what's up, DB? DB guy? Wait. There we go. Try to see if I can get us out. So we'll need a +1 or for Team Shiny Hero, where he had to go. Very awesome watching Ori play. That's an excellent player. That's an excellent player right there. I haven't had Blood Dagger join these. I could ask him. I'll see if he'll be down. He might say yeah, he might say nah. Who knows, honestly. Who else can I invite? Oh, CJ. Hell yeah, bud. Hell yeah, bud. Beautiful. Beautiful. Inu is going to be lead for this group. Perfect. Checking my Bina first list. Let me see if I can write somebody before I join that group. Shadow Frost 7? Rencharom? Oh, Rosie's on. What the hell? Hold on. Maybe I get Rosie in here, bro. Hold on a second. I'll write both through Rev and Rosie. I'll try to see if I can get him in. Potentially. GG's for having me, Ori. I appreciate you, Ori. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, man. I haven't seen you in a hot second. Always happy to see you, man. I'm down. Let's go. Invite. I got one. Hold on a second. Rev is like, so I'll get Rosie in because Rosie's like, yo, let's go. Rev is like, Also, I was utilizing ethereal kindling the dot extension through pillar. Starfall extended duration. That is actually so good. Active dots by 3 seconds. That is kind of good. I did not know that. I did notice your damage. It's not, like it was looking like you were a Star Surgeon bunch, but then it was like, wait, the dot damage is actually not terrible. I didn't realize what you were doing. But yeah, that's awesome. Woke up like 45 minutes ago. Let's go. Where's Rosie at? Just invite. Hold on. Virtual raid plus. Or pass lead. I'll take care of it. That Mauler hits for 114, I'm dead. Mauler Ravage, damage increased by 45 damage increased by 10. Ah, that works. Okay, beautiful. Bonus roll? Yeah. It's either good on a Boomkin or Bear. Imagine it'll work with Incarnation, right? That's 2 minutes. 2 minutes for 2 minutes. I'm assuming. Wait, can you keep re-rolling bonus rolls over and over and over and over in the same dungeon? Is that a thing? You got both the trinkets? That's wild. That's so good. Shiny, Hero, and Tide. 5. Well, since we're not doing this, I guess we could do Dalaran Sewers, right? Wait, did that not work? Is that lead? 1 sec. Okay. Re-invited one guy. Cool. Had to relog. All good, Ty. All good. All good, friend. And I was using Master Shapeshifter with Rejuve to gain Astral with Rejuve while behind Pillar. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's it turns out there's some Boomkin tech I was not aware of. Master Shapeshifter with Rejuve to gain Astral with Rejuve. That is actually so good. I did not know that was a thing. Did not realize that was a tech. Next time overstay on Blitz. Okay, I promise. Just don't queue tonight. Just don't queue tonight. Just don't queue tonight. On Besties for Barum. Let's just drop the Heart of Wind from loot. Oh, you got the oh, that was a hero track. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say you should have saved your roll after the trinket, but that's pretty good combo. That's a really good combo with trinkets, honestly. I'm queuing tonight. Okay, I will stay out then. Okay, I will stay out then. I got my 2300. I got my cap for the week. I do one of my mounts and stuff, but I will stay out this week. Okay, unless they announce some crazy outlaw nerfs next week, I'll stay out. If they don't touch outlaw, I'll play next week. If they do touch outlaw next week, I'll play tonight because we're already nerfed us, man. They already nerfed us hard. Ty, let me know when you're good, and I'll send it. It's scared me of Blitz, not gonna lie. I was like, no way. Bro, I didn't even realize it was you, man. I don't look at people's names in Blitz. I don't remember people anymore. Only people I remembered is Omnivore, and then it was like some Evoker and a Monk guy that I used to see in War Within, but I don't even know what they run same characters. I don't remember their names. I just remember recognizing them past. Should be good. Make sure you lead. Make sure your lead, and make sure your lead. Just gotta double check. Doesn't mess up somehow. Last game tonight? Yeah, probably. That's probably gonna be last game. Yeah. If it works. Wait, is Ty like doing the second account thing, or that might explain? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, we'll do it like that. It's That doesn't work? Wait. There we go. Now we're good. All good. Perfect. Yeah, the double account stuff, it caused us problems before, but I appreciate you for being understanding. This will be the last match for the night anyway. I had a lot of fun today though, by the way, dude. I won more NA games, but man, some days in A, it's a little harder to get one going. Then again, it was a really unfortunate situation where Boris couldn't play. We had a miscommunication with Chills, who was trying to put another group together. All in all, yeah. Now during card I have a 2-second CDO thrash instead of 2.5. That's actually wild how good that is. It seems like such a low number, but it's like just more raw damage. And it's all arcane damage too, so it's really good. Switch. Got ourselves Siege over for the team too. I like this Dread Pirate. I think we're just basically trying to find items that can match the tabard, and I think you actually might have found any items that are wildly related color scheme wise to it. We got Inyo here as well. We got Doobie over here. Dralio's a Feral Druid, and Rose. Apparently that guy's not going to be first up. I really want to see the Fury Warrior play. Horde Body going to be first up. Immediate charge by Siege. Got himself the melee combo wombo. I think it was a stun out of Badia. That was a stun on our body, so it is going to be a trinket on Siege. Try to use mobility just to do some damage to our body and just escape with an imprison right after. You may need to use something against all those pets. While the DK get himself full burst, it's going to be just a lot of pressure. Siege, I don't really know what you can do in this situation. Taking lots of hits back to back. Metamorphosis is out in play. Trying to see if you can possibly just one bang body him. Is he going to be able to? Body does get incredibly low. Do you have the damage to follow up though? He got body is super low, and the void ray does do him in. With whoever is going to be up next, it looks like potentially Flyson. Might be Flyson, or trying to check with the group. They're just hanging out, trying to figure it out. I think it is going to be him. Unfortunate for, actually, is it unfortunate for the Evoker? Because I don't know if Og, can Og, what does Og win against? Because so far Flyson, unfortunately, did run into a Warrior a lot of the times, and a BM Hunter, which apparently the pets for BM do eat Evokers. Like it's nothing. Then again, in the past, that used to be a pretty common thing. Try to go for a sleep onto Siege. For Flyson, this could at least potentially be an opportunity to have himself a go off of that sleep. Ebomite, another sleepwalk. Siege, unfortunately, does not have a kit for this one. So for Flyson, that's a proper go here. Got himself big deep breath and everything available with the fire breath. Unfortunately, does cancel a little early. Does have a rupture at the very least. He's got some decent damage to follow up too. Like potentially decent damage. Siege is going to need a lot of resources in order to get himself a big setup. Eruptions, keep spamming walls available. Got himself the melee combo. If Flyson takes a huge hit either way, Void Ray, but unless Siege goes into full metamorphosis, I don't think his damage is going to be that high. It is enough to force Flyson behind the pillar. He's got himself the passive damage with the duplicate that was doing something, but not as much as I thought it would. I was really hoping it was going to be a lot bigger. So the damage deck is the meta. Can Flyson stop a lot of this go? Because the backflips out for Siege are going to give him that immunity to any CC out for Flyson. He does some mobility though. The Evoker hover of mobility versus Siege in particular, that does do really well. In particular, does himself Ebomite sleepwalk to follow. Flyson does get himself a decent bit of self-healing fire breath with that wall setup, so at least he can cast uninterrupted. Try to see if he can get himself a setup. Got himself movement while casting. Siege also can kind of do that. For the most part, I guess he can cast consume over and over. It just usually is not that worth in PvP, especially if you can just reap, instant cast consume, reap, instant cast consume, and just keep doing that over and over. But Siege so far is doing a-okay. Question is for Flyson, does get interrupted on his reverse time and his time skip ability, so he's not going to be getting those cooldowns that he was looking for. I don't know if he can wait really 12 seconds until full big go. He may just have to, right? He may just have to play it slow and steady. Wait until the full CDs are available. Got himself movement. Gonna be huge movement out for Siege as well. Flyson got himself at least a little bit of shielding with Ebomite behind the pillar. He got himself burst at the very least, so maybe he can get himself a setup. Does get a stun up to Siege. Is it a big go here? For Flyson, this is going to be the most damage that he could really put out right now. Got himself a decent bit of self-healing. That's going to be a melee damage out for Sage. Backing up out of there for a second before he can get a big setup. Does hit him with Sleepwalk for just a moment. Spamming Eruptions back to back together with Living Flames as much as possible. Flyson takes a huge hit from the melee damage. Does land the root onto Sage. Looking for a bit of recovery. Not a lot of mana available for this man right now. Does at least get himself Evermind together with a little bit of shielding. Sage just seems to get himself a setup. I don't know if Sage is going to go for a full meta here though. Maybe, possibly worth it. Is going to get a stun. Unfortunately, Flyson does get interrupted. Trying to see if he can use mobility. I don't really know if the Evoker can do much. Blizzard may have to take a second look at the Evoker potentially. Because he got himself like a decent bit of setup. And remember this class used to get like a one big old bang combo. But I don't know, man. I don't really know. I know that I don't see a lot of... Actually, you do see a decent bit of augmentation in BG Blitz. I just don't know if they do much. Do they? Are they all just full support? Because I'm pretty sure for PvP, they used to be scaled where they did some support, but a decent bit of overall sustained... Oh, personal damage. Maybe not sustained damage, but personal damage. Meta for meta. Zabat trying to see if he can fight through Sage. Sage, do you have another melee setup? Does have the Predator's Wake. That is a blur available for Zabat though. Drop it down in darkness. Trying to see if he can avoid a little bit of the Void Ray damage. Reaps are up, but Zabat's flying up in the air. Sage does not want to play the DPS range. Trying to see if he can line of sight it. Looking to get himself a cheeky consume. Couple of Reaps around the corner. Zabat with no health. One more hit. 3%. Needs some kind of a bit of healing. And the Reap does connect. With Asunara going to be up next. Got himself full unholy setup. With full burst out for Sage. Melee damage. Ruled by the pet. Stunned from a distance. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of that melee setup. Void Ray looking to get himself some resources if at all possible. Asunara needs to go for a full set of pets if he can. At all get himself a big setup. Sage so far just trying to see if he can take him out. There goes the full meta. Unless Asunara got himself a defensive. I think it's just going to be lights. Full Predator's Wake, melee combo, everything was available. With Rosie, last one left. Metamorphosis is up for Sage. Either way, does go for a good road. As long as Sage doesn't get himself another wombo combo onto Rosie, it should be okay. Rosie is going to get hit with a fear. Although, unless Sage just goes in for a full go here. Unless he goes in for how many? What, he's got 3 or 4? He does have a trinket, so I guess Rosie, as long as he can get out of a stun, where Rosie is going to go for a full death mark at anything. Trinket, blur, heal, do damage back to Rosie. Maybe that's something you could do. Does go for a trinket here. Big melee damage with Rosie. Rosie with full death mark available. Shiz needs to pop defenses. There goes the wall. I don't know if he can lock down Rosie with anything whatsoever. He got himself a little bit of range damage. Rosie actually getting slowed down completely. Does go for the Void Ray and able to find the rogue. Does have the ability to shift even though silence in prison for a second. Maybe to go for a stun here, which is Rosie does go for the stun. Trigger to follow for the rogue. Does the demon not have the resources? Unfortunately, Rosie does end up taking him out. With Doobie. Drelio, Goneros. Actually, it looked like it was going to be Sage complete 1v4, huh? In almost 1v5. I just realized he was literally the one man that played so far. Rosie, unfortunately, is going to have all these pets stacking and beach no wrap from around the corner. All Doobie needs is decent setup, decent bit of line of sight. Technically, Rosie... I was thinking maybe he was going to be able to go for a Kingsbane kitten shot onto Doobie, but he doesn't even have Kingsbane. For some reason, I thought that cooldown was going to be a little shorter than was a freezing trap onto that step, which is super unfortunate. You have another step, though. You can get a time. All good, Conan. No worries, bud. No worries. Doobie does go for another Stampede with Bistro Wrath. Rosie does some evasion. I don't know if that'll be enough. Got himself a bit of a sippy cup. All he can do is with Pets is Phantom Knights him to maybe get a slow on him and try to outrun him. Does spread the bleeds on those Pets. At least, all you can do is run. Run, get a slow on those Pets. I hope the kill command doesn't kill. No, it's over. No, it's over. Unfortunate. I didn't realize Sage got 4. Well done, well done. I really think the whole Blizzard takes a second look at like Evoker. I know they've never been amazing in like 1v1, but I do hope to take a look at them. Ty and Shiny. Where do you guys want to go again? Marks and Pets? Oh no, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ty and Shiny, would you guys want to go one more round? If we got everybody here, one more. Unomas. Actually though. Actual Unomas. Wanna go again? One more round. Down for quick. Okay, if Shiny tells me we're good, we can go another real quick one. Our group disbanded. Uh-oh. It's GG. That's all good. Does usually be fixed? What, Mark hitting a pet? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Blizzard maybe might need to do something to deny it. Like in PvE, it's fine, but in PvP, yeah. Was it like a feigned death kind of situation, or are you just like near a hunter and you press it and you try to like find the nearest target? That's unfortunate. I've had abilities do that before. Like even without a feigned death or anything. Sometimes it'd be like targeting the hunter. I'm pressing the ability Sinister Strike. It'll just like target the thing in front of me into Sinister Strike. I think it's a bug with targeting, right? Because it depends on how the targeting happened. If you got targeted because the other player hit you, that's not really you targeting that player. It's like proximity targeting. But then when you start pressing Sinister Strike or Mutilate for that matter, and there's someone near you like a pet, it will target that because that's now you targeting. You know what I mean? Oh, Mark said in stealth and your pets to work. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with Bestial Wrath, it is a lot of damage. It is a lot of damage. It's super cheesy. It is incredibly cheesy. Thanks for hosting. Good games, Dal. I'll try to see if I can host them next week, Ty, if you want to join. If you want to play more next week, I'll try to see if I can play more next week, too. This was incredibly fun. We didn't get too many games on an 8, but I actually had such a blast with these. I actually had so much fun. That Fury Warrior was a monster. Watching Ori finesse on a boom kit was beautiful. Very, very enjoyable games all around, boys. Super fun. Sorry about that. The laptop wasn't charging, but it went off. All good, Caleb. Don't you worry, bud. Don't you worry. Yo, whoever that warrior was, that Fury Warrior, that Dwarf Warrior, I want to see more of you, man. I want to see more of you next week. That was incredibly fun, bro. That was incredibly fun watching you play. My boys will come back soon. Beautiful. That'd be great. That's for bodies. Hey, that'd be beautiful. If we got Boris here too with his homies, that'd be great. That warrior really was a meta. Dude, watching that guy, I fell in love with Fury Warrior after Curdy's match yesterday on EU, where he got Saya. Bob and Bubble lived through both of them, cheat death, landed and execute 20% of the dude's health. Gone in an instant. It was glorious. And then watching the Fury Warrior play and not die. Just choosing not to die, too angry to die. It is absolutely hilarious. I loved it. After Boris get regular team. Yeah. This week he was just not able to play, but he said he'll be able to play next week. Next week we'll have Kragar on EU too, so we're going to be able to get a bunch of games, lots of variety on EU, fantastic. And hopefully we'll get a bunch of games over on the NA as well. Yeah. It'll be very, very fun. Yo, Rosie, you better join us next week, bro. You better join us next week. You enjoy your Q Sash, by the way. You enjoy tonight. I ain't going to be a menace in your games. Although, can we somehow queue together? Can we queue as a 2-man on the same team? Because I feel like if me and you got like, if me and you got something like Eye of the Storm, we could just like harass Mage Tower or Fel Reaver or a Blood Oath pretty easily. If I was a healer, is that how it does? It's a healer DPS? That's lame. I might try to... I feel like I should play Healing BG Blitz at some point. 100%. I want to play Healing BG Blitz that doesn't carry flags. So maybe like a Rested Shaman, but a better healer. But I have to be a healer. Yeah. I was thinking play Augment Preservation Evoker, but they're flag carriers, and I'm not great at carrying flags in BG Blitz. I was thinking maybe play Holy Priest or something. I'm also tanks carry flags in RBGs. You know, Blizzard could tune tanks and let him be the flag carrier, but they won't. So you just take the tankiest thing you can, and right now healers are the tankiest. Mistweaver was really good because they could just board around and cocoon themselves. Evoker's also really good at that too. They're really excellent at flag carrying. The rest of Druids are not amazing at it, but they can do okay. Displace versus Shaman. I don't think they're great at carrying flags, are they? I guess if you don't have a Evoker or a Monk, you could have those guys do it. But usually, with the healers with BG Blitz, I've noticed it's usually Monks and Evokers that do the flag running, because they're the tankiest. Yeah, you need somebody for the O team. Yeah, the other, like a Disc Priest versus Shaman, yeah, you usually put them on the offensive team. Good old days of ST with the Vengeance. What I might do is I might do a Disc Priest and play like the damage build Disc Priest, because I've seen some Disc Priests do some wild damage in BG Blitz. So maybe I'll gear that up. I need to level it up, but I'll gear it up. I also gotta spend some time this week on a new warrior. I got a warrior, boys. You wanna see the warrior, bro? I decided to level a wait, hold on. Let me go and fix the UI first, because otherwise it's gonna break for all my characters. Let me go fix the UI real quick, because otherwise it's going to be bugged everywhere. We do one of these. That's good. It should be fine, and then it's also one of these. If I do this on this character, it usually like resets everything, but if I start switching to other characters, then I have to go and do that setting for everybody. Better if I just do it once. Yeah, I'd keep him team alive myself for 5 minutes. Yeah, that could work. But yeah, I got a warrior up and running. I didn't know what to call him, dude. I called him, he was initially a earthen warrior that I just decided to play for for leveling, using the explorer strat to level. And I just called him Dal fast levels. And I was like, well, I got a warrior to max. I do have a Dal slam, but like I now have this warrior, so maybe I'll play something. I decided to go dragon as arms, and I was like, what's a good name? Dal Mortal Strike, whatever. I don't really have a good name. But the Mog that I got is kind of sick. It's essentially just all the void pieces combined together, but I'm making sure that none of them are a full set. So the shoulder DK, helm DK, chest DK, I like that combo. The shoulder is the Banshee. The pants are the Banshee. The gloves and the boots are the warrior and the warrior belt. So I have 3 pieces from the warrior, 3 from the DK, 2 from the Banshee. It's not a full set, so it has a little bit of that authenticity, uniqueness to it. And I like the little almost cloak like back piece as well. I was really hoping to run like the pants from the DK, but that would be more than 2 pieces. And the shoulder for the warrior doesn't quite fit. The paladin also doesn't fit either. I guess I could do the Banshee shoulders, but I kind of like having one shoulder offset. But this thing is fun, dude. I didn't realize how hard armed warrior hits. I don't have gear for now, but in the dubs that I'm running, like it's slow, but it chops. And if I can get another weapon, that'd be glorious. Mog check, yeah. Look at that thing. I don't think it's terrible. It looks good. I think it's looking pretty great. Yeah, I'm crying, struggling with BG Blitz right now. Stuck in 1300 hell. Yeah, there is definitely a bit of that when you first start. Are you just now playing, or have you been playing for a while? Because I remember at the start, like MMR was a little iffy. Now the game is throwing me at 3100 MMR the entire time. You looking at your Mog? Where are you at? Are you talking? Is that what we're doing a drip check for, or is that you just wanted to see in game? In game, not bad, huh? It's not bad. It's not a full set. It's not a full set. That's one thing I could say. It's not a full set. Hold on. My rogue, I got even a better Mog. Hold on. Better Mog on the rogue. Both. Let me go in the rogue real quick. Let me show you the rogue set. Rogue Mog is fantastic. I got some stuff cooked up. I've been cooking up some crystals with this shit. But dragon could be druids. Yo, they'd be cool if they could, because technically they have like what, the Emerald Dream connection, but I don't know what druid forms they would have, you know? I guess you would just give them like scaly forms. A dragon cat, a dragon bird. I'll come to you in a second. I don't know what that mailbox is supposed to be. I guess something sold in AH. Okay, so this is the Mog that I've been running for like ever on my rogue. I like this one a lot. Right? Big fan. They just changed the pants too, so it's even more better. Like at the front in particular, they narrowed it a little bit. I like it. Outfit 4, I think, is something. Oh no, that's trash. 5. Nah, that's trash. I think it was 6. Yeah, the Demon Hunter said, dude, I literally look like a DH. Although I need to change it up, so I'm not using the full set. But I just was surprised that this works. This is what I want to show. This set right here. The full out the rogue. Golden. The weapons in the back. You get sparks flying. The gloves, the boots, all of it matches. Also not a full set. Not a full set. Helm, shoulders, belt, part of the set. The Worgen Gilnean trading thing is chest, pants. And then the gloves, boots are from the Arathi stuff. So this is not a set. There's also another one that somebody linked. This isn't mine. Somebody made this, but it's also not a set. But it's like a void rogue setup. You could change weapons. Normally daggers would be better. I'm a monk? Yo, same.
I need a target.
Same. Same, actually. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. I like how the void sets can be used by other classes. Or like, as long as it's like a plate, all other plate users can use it. Mail, leather, all that. I like that. I've only been able to mess around with these two though. I don't have a cloth thing. I don't even have a cloth. I do have a cloth class. I should mess around with the cloth version. See if there's any good one. But yeah. I really like the, what's it called? 7. The one on the green one. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not a big fan of the helm, but I've always never really liked the helm. It always looked a little odd to me, but I don't hate it. It's just something about like that little like the point at the top, right? I know it's supposed to be like a hoodie, but it always looked awkward because when you mouse over a character, you can see the outline and you can see the bald ass head. So it almost feels like it's not part of it. I guess it's just supposed to be shadow. I like that set. Yeah, it's a good looking set. The weapons match it pretty well. I don't think we have Thunder Fury with like white lightning to match like the white outline, but it's as close as you can get it, honestly. Yeah. When we get into Paladin and Panda, Belf and Panda Druids, I feel like Panda Druids, probably not in a while, but I feel like Blood Elf Druids might be honestly earlier than Pandaren. Because we do have the Panda Lynx, or the Blood Elf Lynx. Don't we have a Blood Elf Druid in Burning Crusade dungeon? Specifically Botanica? Hi, Botanist Frewin. I know he's a botanist, but that's as close to a Druid Blood Elf as we've seen, right? Pretty sure. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised because Blood Elf's got what, like a brand new Sunwell, the Dawnwell. I feel like they could tap into that and get Druids some way, somehow. They would have the Lynx form for the cat form, some kind of a bear chocobo for the travel form, you know. Windrake or Dragonhawk for flight form. That would be sick. I don't know, some kind of a bear form maybe. That could totally work. Yeah, the highest I was in 1580. I feel like it was kind of a bad, dropping down to 1300. Wait, you got up to 1650 and dropped? Wait, I didn't know you could lose rating below 1500. Bro, look at my Blitz record. Can I even see a Blitz record? Oh, you can. Am I CR? Now look at yours. Wait. Are you in the right spec? Is that real? What's my record? 33 games? 47 games. Wait, Blitz. Oh, you got 6 games. Oh no. 21 games, right? 21 games. Yeah, man, I've been playing. I got like 55 games, 57 games. You start inspecting yourself? Okay, hold on. Inspect. Oh yeah, that works. That's weird. Wait, what is that Blitz rating? 24 and 9? Have I really won? Wait. Huh? 24 and 9? I won 24 games? That's a win-loss ratio. What is my... Hold on. What is my win-loss ratio? Can I see myself anywhere? Dressbar. What's my win-loss percentage? Dalaran XP. Dalaran XP Illidan. Fame Slayer Wonder. Undreamt. Solo Shuffle. It doesn't show percentage, like what my win-loss ratio is, or like what my win rate is. What if I just do like rogues? Leaderboards, solo shuffle, rogue, outlaw, US. No, BG Blitz, BG Blitz. Scroll down for a while. I'll find myself. Damn, I gotta go down far. Holy shit, there's so many people playing Blitz. I'll find myself eventually. I just hit the 23 perfect. Okay. I have a 72% win rate. What in the world? I check PvP. That's another website. Does it say percentage win rate? Does it score? Oh yeah, it does say win rate. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't use check PvP like ever. Huh. Interesting. I didn't even know. Yeah, 73% is kind of crazy. Is that high? I mean, look at everybody else over here. No, somebody got 75. So this guy Outplus is pumping apparently. What about number 1? 75 is the highest that I've seen so far. I'm sure somebody's got like 80 maybe. 74, so that guy got a pretty good one. Alex I played with him already. 79. Holy Calvish. Then again, it is Calvish. Did I just see a high number? I think my brain just swapped 2 numbers. I thought I saw 90 something. I think I saw 59 and my brain swapped those 2 numbers side by side. Yeah. Okay, so like 70... I don't see 80, but 79 might have been the highest. Okay. Never mind. I thought my number was kind of crazy. It is probably pretty high for how often I play. That's how often I play. GG's. 75 win rate. Get effed. I got a 74. Do you actually? Oh, wait. Actually better than me, dude. Yeah. Enjoy your solo queues. I will try, if I do queue, I'll try to queue super late. I'll check in B-Nut to see if they'll queue it together. The thing is I don't have a healer. I haven't been doing solo. I've been doing also solo. I've been mostly trying to do my BG Blitz solo. I would love to run with a healer. Me and Warcraft were queuing a little bit. I feel like queuing with a healer makes it much faster to get queues, and actually you can get like wins with a good healer. Like getting your 2 good healers in a lobby, you usually can win. If you have a really good healer that you're queuing with, and as long as you play mildly okay, I feel like the healer can carry. I'm gonna be on all night. Okay, I'll play my warrior then. How does that sound? I'll play tomorrow. Dude, I wish me and you would match up in the same map together. You should see me slapping people with Outlaw. I pump numbers too. I do damage. Hold on, I do damage in my Outlaw rogue. Hold on. I'm just look. Previously, Outlaw would play like I want to see if I can find the clip. Show how much damage I do in the BG Blitz. Previously, Outlaw Rogue would just be a spec that ran around, did objectives. You don't do that anymore. You're just out there doing damage the entire time. This is just mage. Yeah, they're just bullying the mage, bullying the guy. Yeah, just gonna show a clip of me bullying some people. This was a game that I played yesterday for 2300. I was just queuing back to back since queues were happening finally. My MMR is insanely high. I don't want it. I want Blizzard to nerf it. Of course, we gotta have a warrior and the team going for peels. Good fear by the priest, spear. So I'm like, well, I can't hit anybody, so I'm gonna hit the warrior. At this point, that's all I do with the rogue is. If I can't hit the target I need to hit, I'm just touching somebody. I'm just hitting somebody. Great kidney here. The guy has nothing. Random proc of Unseen Blade on the dude for 45k. Because he has 10 stacks of the thing. And it's over. Nobody epic. Me and him kept running into each other in BGs. I was like, we dueled each other. We kept dueling each other over and over and over. He was like, I don't want to fight you anymore. He was just like, I'm done. I saw the rogue give up. I was like, I'm not going to go bully him. I'll pistol shot him, but I'm not going to bully him. Then this guy, this evoker, just apparently had a bow to pick with this guy specifically. But you can see, you'll see my overall damage in like, what, 40 seconds or so. Pretty sure the rest of it just was me bullying people for a while. This guy, yeah, me and him can just keep fighting each other. He's got a healer, I got a healer. It's just 1v1 with a healer killing each other. I do think the Warlock joins in and just starts slapping him though. Yeah, the Warlock I think would kill him. Great grapple hook down. Fantastic. But in 3 seconds, you can see my overall. Why am I put a 3100 bracket when I'm just a goober at 23 with 2200 score? Like, what is going on? I don't understand this with BG Blitz. Is it keeps putting me in super high of a MR. I don't even do anything. I'm running around just killing people. That's all I'm doing. I just literally was in for every single team fight. They put me on offense. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go offense. I'm gonna go give some offense. Why is my MMR like that? I don't want my MMR to be this high. I don't want it because I can't play unless it's like a certain time of the day. I literally can't. I want to be able to like play at any time I want to, man. 100 with 74% win rate. Why did I queue into you then? If your MMR was like, what was your MMR when me and you queued into each other? Because that was like back-to-back wins. I'm pretty sure I have that BG too. Actually, hold on. I think I have it. I don't have a clip of me slapping you because I feel like me and you touched each other only a little. But that's about it. That's the BG that we were in, where you were in my my group. The Evoker, they're so good at running flags, man. They're so mobile. I was trying to catch up to him, but it was like, okay, I literally cannot. I literally cannot. DK slow me down. I'm getting rooted. I'm gonna throw him a smoke bomb. If he's gonna stay in, he's just gonna randomly die. Monk goes in. I'm just like, I'm just gonna hit somebody, dude. I am slapping somebody that's nearby at all times. That's all I'm doing. Priest out here. I'm just like, okay, well, I can't grapple over to the evoker that easily. I want 2 charges of grapple hook. Now I have a charge. I'm like, it goes down. So I'm like, are you just gonna die? I try to figure out. I'm thinking like he's got something here. Kidding me? I'm like, no. He got a trinket. I got a trinket on him earlier, and the priest I guess went somewhere. I thought the priest was gonna heal him. I was surprised if we did it. Dagger breaks out of CC. Both DKs on me. I thought, you know what? There's a priest nearby, but I'm just gonna slap DKs. That priest is under a lot of pressure. These DKs are getting good at blitz here and there. And then there's a hunter, so I'm like, I'm gonna hit the hunter. More slapping. We were 2800 MMR. Like this is the game of the game that I had, and my next game. Wait, no, there's game in between this. But in 2 games, I went from 2800 MMR to 3100. I don't understand blitz MMR at all. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Mine your damage was really, really close, by the way. Really, really close. Like, what is going on, Blizzard? What is happening? Good bit on 4, but I don't know if it was a game. Yeah. I think it was a game. Yeah, I don't know, man. Blitz MMR is all over the place. Let me go and loot the thing from my mailbox. Otherwise, it's gonna bug me. Just seeing it on screen. It was a game. It was the game. No. Because that's what you messaged me. In the clip, you even messaged me while I was like, I got that in the clip too. I record my clips like, I let it record, like it's like soft recording stuff all constantly. And I just make it a solid recording like last 3 minutes. So if something happened in last 3 minutes, I just let it like record that. But it's like usually soft recording and overwriting itself constantly. Can you show my team more with your team? Yeah. If you can pull it up again. I have to go through a bunch of folders to find Shadowplay files. Yeah. Yeah, enemy team 2338, 2331. Because I mentioned 100 is crazy, that put me 2800 lobby. The thing is, you get a couple of wins and it just shoots your MMR up for some reason. The problem with that is if you keep going too high MMR too quickly, you'll end up in the same position where I'm at, where I'm like, okay, well, I can only play during only certain times a day. That means you can't play anytime you want to. You have to literally wait until peak hours on that bracket. That is the worst part. But hopefully inflation is going to be aggressive enough where at least more people will be flooding into that bracket so you can play whenever you want to. But yeah, that happened to me in War Within. I was like, shot up incredibly high, but I'm like at 1600. The problem with it too is if your MMR is way too high compared to your CR, the game actually won't give you that many points. It was doing that pretty badly in War Within, where it shot me to 3100, but I'm at like climbing from 1400, 1500, 1600. I'm only getting 10 points a win. 10 points. 10 points. That's a lie, my starting MMR. That's your starting MMR. Yeah. For some reason they didn't reset MMR. Oh no, they reset MMR for me at the start of the season. I was like dropped into 1500 bracket immediately. And run to those very bad teams. I feel like at this high MMR though, it's hard to run into a bad team. Usually it's like one bad player that throws for the rest of the team. It's really hard to run into really, really bad players at this high MMR. Usually it's one player that just like ended up in a bracket where they shouldn't be. Bro, you know what I kept running into? I kept running into chatty Cathys in my BG Blitz lobbies. I kept running into dudes that are just like, oh, look, it's Dalaran. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. It's usually a rogue or a paladin that does it. And then for some reason, they put a spotlight on me. Sometimes they just start talking shit. But they're usually like, I didn't know I got in a group with Dalaran. You guys better not embarrass yourselves. I'm just like, please shut up. Oh my god, please, just shut up. And then they're usually the first ones to blame me, dude. A lot of the times they're really, really bad and they get called out. You have no idea, like, there's a lot of people in BG Blitz that won't really say anything when stuff like that happens. It's like awkward and they're just there to play the game. But like, oh my god, it is the funniest thing in the world when you have that one player who sees this shit talker throwing the game. There was this rogue that was doing less damage than a healer, absolutely throwing, talking so much shit. I'm just like, I'm not gonna respond. I'm not gonna respond. I'm just gonna ignore him, put him on ignore so I don't tilt. I'm just gonna play as best as I can. And then this dude just goes off on him. And the entire team lobby hates that guy in particular. They pipe up. They don't play well after. They find somebody who decides, you know what? F this guy in particular. The rest of the lobby hates that dude. That's it. The rest of the lobby is now against him. I hate when people pipe up like that. Dude, okay, you recognize me. Cool. Say hi. Let's just play the goddamn game. Those is Boom Kid that was really chill. It was like, yo, Dal, me and you, maze shower. I decided to go maze shower. He plays really, really well. We cracked some jokes. We had a lot of fun. Anytime we play in the same team, we usually do the duo shit together. We want to go nails? Let's just go bully the lighthouse. We just like to hang out now. It's so chill. He doesn't make a big deal out of it. He knows, he recognized me. He just wants to hang out, play BGs. I feel like I'm not going to get my lead set. I'm scared. Nah, I think you'll get it, man. I think you'll get it. MMR is going to get so high up. Eventually, it's just all about enough games. Play enough games, you get what you need to. It's all about playing enough games. Trust me. And glazing me because I'm really good at speed. Wait, is Shadow Praise for Dalaran? Yeah. People, ASUS has gotten that too. ASUS has gotten that in the past, yeah. I guess a little bit of secondhand embarrassment from that. I'm assuming it's not that fun, especially when like spotlight isn't you and then it's like now the pressure is on. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it happening to other people either. I mean, it's cool when it's like somebody is a cool, recognizes, wants to say hi, gets excited, but it's chill, right? Because there's definitely a fine line between somebody who's like annoying with it and somebody who's chill with it, right? Fine, clear, really like specific line. There's a lot of cool people and there's some really annoying people and they're not that fun to play with. There was this paladin that I kept getting lobbies with back to back to back, and he was one of those chatty Cathys, and just every lobby he was in, people would hate him. Like, he would just do it to himself. I didn't respond to him. I didn't even say a word. I asked him once, like, who are you? Because he kept, like, talking about me to the team. I'm like, do I know you? I just put him in ignore. And then every lobby, I kept, like, with him. I was just like, oh, it's this guy again. And then at some point, halfway through the team, they're just like, Paladin, shut up! Because apparently, I guess he just keeps yapping. Holy, they just get themselves hated. Worst team I've ever seen on my priest. That'll happen. That'll happen. I've had a couple of those on my rogue in War Within. Like, there's some matches you just can't do much about it. You can't do anything about it, right? You can't. You're trying to play your best, but you can't. You can't. I can just play my role. But if my team isn't going to follow up, there's only so much you can do. No one does damage and it's crazy and no one picks flags. Yeah, you gotta run to some of those maps, man. Some of those teams, unfortunately, the best ones are gonna be like, that's the benefit of playing at high MMR though. Like until like 2800 and lower, or like rather 2600 and lower, I feel like that's where people just like don't really play the objectives. But like at high MMR, there is a benefit of high MMR. Queues suck, but when you do get into games, everybody usually plays the class and plays the role pretty well. Generally speaking, they play well. The only one I did damage was my duo Devour DH. Yeah. Usually usually in those teams, all you could do is pair with somebody who actually can play and try to do your best on your end. But some games, there's just no win condition. That's the problem with like random rated stuff. It's because it's basically like random battlegrounds, right? Some random BGs you're playing and there's just no way for you to win. Your team is eating crayons in the back corner of Fell Reaver, while the enemy team is blasting. They're listening to goddamn Linkin Park and Breaking Benjamin, right? Diary of Jane, while slamming White Monsters and eating Doritos or some shit. I don't know what people eat, but like they're gaming, they're having fun, they're having a good old time. And there's some games you play and there's not much you can do to win. That's perfectly okay. Just not much you can do about it, unfortunately. Why am I not seeing this dude's name? Is it enemy players? Yeah, that's what it is. Names. Yeah. I might have to change that setting on one of my characters. God damn it. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful one. This was a very, very fun. Really enjoyed the NA games. Enjoyed yapping about stuff. Been having a lot of fun with Midnight. I will see if there's going to be any more class tuning. I am happy for the Ting tuning that's happening really soon. But I'm going to go. Not queuing BG Blitz so you can have some fun. I'm going to play Warrior. If you like that, we can get some listen nights in the Warrior if you like. This guy does not have any gear, man. Let me get some honor on that warrior. Maybe I'll play around. I was gonna play like healer or something for blitz. Maybe evoker or maybe level something else. I do have a paladin. Maybe I'll just play pala. I don't know how pala PvP works, but maybe it's good. Who knows? I don't know if they get if they're any good. Maybe they're not. I do want to try healing in solo stuff. I think that could be kind of fun. Even a little. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, no, I have some DPS for days and healer, 2 healers. Sounds good. Yeah, maybe we can make some work off it. Maybe if I do end up getting a character, maybe Devour and I could just play middle and do damage while you heal me. That could possibly be a thing. I'll figure something out. I don't usually play too many ults for PvP. Only really ever try on the rogue. I'll figure something out. I got a lot of PvE stuff I gotta do this week still. See if I find time, I'll definitely let you know. I definitely need to spend more time PvPing with friends. Solo PvP can definitely get like kind of tiresome, but with friends, it's endless blast. I'm gonna go. I'm really bad at editing. Oh, yo, I'm also hoping they pump up the MMR inflation for 3s, 2s, and solo shuffle. By the way, that's got it. They gotta do something about it. They gotta do something about it because I love solo shuffle, but like the fact that the highest people are like 2200-2300 is still really tough. Get some food? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. I haven't really eaten anything, so I'm gonna need to catch up on that. Anyway, again, I'm bad at editing streams, but I'm actually gonna go. Peace.
Fine.